Welcome. Here we go. Welcome to Chaotic Calling. My name is Starwind. I run a game of D&D for a bunch of friends of mine here at the channel. And joining me tonight, we have Christopher.
Death does seem to surround us.
Arthur.
Laying it on thick, aren't they?
Jack.
I am salty in more ways than one.
That one got me. Avra.
You might be just a little upset.
Cadabra. Wait, oh, wrong one. Anyway.
Kazam!
Working on it. So, Moomin or Full, and I'm hoping Kronk / Juno will be with us shortly as soon as they're able. Might be running late from work for both of them, actually. So, we'll kind of start the story off, see where we get. Recap, which, you know, it's been a hot week. I remember coming to the casino and gambling. But, gee, what led up to that? Who wants to take the lead on this? Abra, you want to tell them how lively things were last week?
Yeah, I stepped on Jack's foot. It hurt really bad. Then I took his ice cream. It tasted so good.
Yeah.
No regrets.
No regrets. So basically, Arthur and Jack had an accident the week before. Like, before that, right? And they fell down really hard to the point that they could not, you know, stand back up on their own. Unless there was a mannequin or something that could help prop them up. Because they were dead. You guys repurchased their corpses and made your way to Jillian Cove, where you went to the temple to revive at least one of them, who was still in good graces with Kazuya, or, you know, hasn't pissed her off yet. And Arthur was brought back through a raised dead from the clergy, and you had this very convenient crock pot that, you know, our friend Kronk / Juno uses for all the daily cooking. You gathered up 200 pounds of salt, mixed in one side of Jack, and stirred for 8 hours, and then out came a freshly revived Jack. A lot more salt.
Yep.
And he had a punch card that says the third death he gets a free sundae, which was waiting for him. He started to nibble on it until Avra came in and stole it from him, stepping on his toe and all that good stuff, nearly killing the poor guy, putting him back in the pot. You know you gotta wait 7 days for that, right?
Nah, I just put him to sleep. It's fine.
Knock, knock. Anyway, so currently Arthur is -3 on his weakness, while Jack is -4 on his weakness. Trying to stay out of trouble, I think it's the main goal at the moment, as you made your way to Shang Chu's lovely casino, the Golden Lobster, and try to ascertain further details or tell her elaborate stories that you think are going to impress her, depending upon who you are. Yeah, how did that go, Arthur?
See here. So like over time, just mentally being tormented.
Why would that be? Oh yes, the fact that the child that you left alive is somewhere in the Vale of Fowler. How old would they be right now? I just need to remember for my own sake.
Didn't we agree on like 12 or 13?
Alright, just want to make sure. Yeah, like I said, it's been a long week, and everything that I should have remembered has kind of like got pushed way in the back. Alright, so yeah, with that, you find that information.
Jack found out that he's gone from a wanted man to an unwanted man.
I know, right?
Nobody wants him.
Nobody wants him anymore. So even Shang's like, I'm not even interested. However, I would still stay away from those lovely cities that they like to frequent. Doesn't mean they don't want their own to find you. It's just they don't want to pay us to find you. At which point you all... Yeah. I mean, hopefully I'll calm you down from bugging Shella, because she's getting tired of hearing it. Oh, I should just fireball him already. No, I'm just kidding. Shell is totally into it. She's like, yeah, Jack's popular. Uh, but we are making plans, right? So we were leaving, or did we go somewhere? Like, how did we end? Or what's the intention of the party at this point? Go ahead.
Like I mean, essentially we ended also just to like, kind of like, I guess, kind of like petered out the session at that point, but mostly just wanted to make sure that the people that we sent there to
Yes.
Jillian Cove like were worked out all right.
Mm.
Like they're putting hard work in, but yeah, after that we pretty much finished all of our business in Jillian Cove, so our next key destination was going off to Shandora to take care of business there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It apparently seems that Vol and Juno are sharing the same sticks of jerky. So, what would you guys like to do as you are out in the open streets, destination wherever you want it to be?
There's an extra special long jerky that connects the two of them together.
Yeah.
I would like to take Avra to the markets because I owe her some berries.
You're gonna sell her? What?
Berries!
Couldn't you have at
No.
least waited until like the third date?
I'm just gonna water my bonsai while we
Comedy.
yeah. So
Listen, when you date druids and druid-like creatures, there's no really, there's not really a third date wait. There's no first, second, third base. I don't know what those mean. I don't know what those are. Let's just get some berries.
and how do you wish to procure said berries? He said through the market, of course. I know that. I heard that.
Yep.
Like, okay, so what exactly are you looking for? What do I need to build for you to make this scene?
Just like a
produce
fruit.
stand?
Sure, sure. Okay, hold on. It's being built. Clunk, 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 clunk. There it is. It's being ran by a half-orc girl, about 12 or 13. Then there's a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables all scattered about. I mean, even Juno's kind of interested in a few of these greens that are sitting out here. But, what catches your eyes are the berries that are presented before you. There's blue, there's black, there's red, there's purple, there's green. You pick it, it's there.
All right,
you,
Amber, so
you pick it.
How much do you want?
Bag full. A small bag.
All right. You know what I did? Is there like a bag? Do you sell bags too along with your fruit, or would we have to get our own?
I could get you bags, says this bright-eyed, bushy, black-haired little girl.
That would be great. Just a small bag. And we'll just shove it full of berries. Wherever it is, not to eat. I can afford it. Damn, I'm still tired. Damn.
You are weakened for a bit, buddy. There we go. All the channel rewards have been restored. So if you wish to use channel points, they are back. There we go. So yeah, what are you asking her for? Just a random assortment of berries, or she pulls out a bag, hands it to you, and you pick out what you want?
Blueberries, raspberries,
Mm-hmm.
strawberries.
If you fill up the bag, it'll cost you a silver piece to take what you get.
I'm just gonna give her a gold as like a tip. I was like, here's your gold. Keep the change.
Okay. She looks at it and goes, and then offers you more food. Here's some more you can take with you.
Oh hell, why not? Thank you, little lady. I'll just grab another small bag of like the same berries.
Nice. So yeah, you get your good assortment. I'm not gonna track too much what it is, but yeah, you got a good 2-gallon-sized bags full of fruits of your assortment berries that you're looking for. Ooh, no, you're lucky, Dad, mate. We're only 8 levels away from that. And thank you so much for the gifted subs. Here you go, sir. Hands you the bag full of berries that you procured.
Thank you, little darling. Have a nice day. I'm gonna walk away with that. All right. So, do you want me to just hold on to these berries so you can just?
I kind of want one now.
Okay, here you go. And I just give her the whole bag. Here's one whole bag.
She dives in. She starts eating.
Turns it up and it just gobble, gobble, gobble. That was delicious. Bag empty. I want more. No, just kidding. Alright, you're devouring your fruit. What's next?
So, Jack.
Yep.
When are you going to do my sword?
It'll have to be the next morning. I'm sorry. It's just with the whole salt thing. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to do all the infusions over again, but at least I'll get them all at once. It'll be fine. Don't worry.
And what about the sidekick conversation that you avoided having with me?
The what?
The sidekick thing.
Oh, the sidekick. Yeah. That's gonna be a weird, confusing, complicated explanation that I don't really want to get into right now. Not in public. That is I need to
Okay,
sit down.
tonight then?
Sure, why not?
So, when are you and Odiana gonna meet up again?
I have no clue. It's whenever we're done doing the whatever the hell we're doing now.
Do you like her a lot?
I love her.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's my little butterfly.
You're so cute. She smiles.
Dead meat has got a death wish happening here, so thank you for all the lovely subs that you have done, my good friend Dead Meat, who is also known as Arthur. You shall now flip this card and see what fate allies you from here on.
Oh,
Nope, not what you think it is anymore.
not what I thought. Not as bad as it could be, though.
No, not as bad as it could be. Look up. Do you look up?
Duck.
All of a sudden, it starts raining gold, and 10,000 gold coins drops from the air right above you. And then you're out in the open street, so I get to do this now. Crowds of people could start stealing it if in a city, which they do. A whole bunch of people see all these coins and they start diving in. What do you do?
I'm gonna throw Arthur a bone here. It's like exactly how wide is this net?
It's just raining. It's kind of like as soon as it hits the ground, they start scattering out into the
Well,
streets.
no, I mean,
like,
how big is this rain cloud in terms of like?
well, I mean, it's kind of like a hosing just directly above them, and it's just it does happen in an instance to where if you start thinking about things to do to help, it's still hitting the ground with a good portion of it, so I can initiate the other half of this thing.
Oh, okay.
That's part
But
of
what
the
I'm gonna
card.
do then, what I'm
Yeah,
gonna
go
do
ahead.
then is if it's basically if the area is small enough, Christopher just like sees this clear mob about to happen, so he's going to do the sensible thing and corral them, as he is going to use a wall of force to basically block their way around Arthur.
Why are you cheating the system so hard, my friend? This is part of the card.
It's not. Well, yeah. If you want all of these commoners to make rolls to get over the wall, you're feel free.
Nah, I
But
don't want
keep in
I
mind
don't-
that's going to cause more chaos.
I know, and that's why I don't want to mess with it. Anyway, what do you do? Do you just let it hit you, dead meat? Come on.
Oh. After the first little bit hits, he's just gonna open his bag of holding up over his head and just let it all fall in.
All right, that's basically all I need. All right. What I will do is, since the wall force is helping, I'll do 3 100 rolls and take the highest. You are easily able to catch 9,000 gold coins, no problem. Because of the splatter at the very beginning, it shells out into different portions of the street, and then the wall force comes up, so they do manage to get about 1,000. It's kind of like scattered on the outside. But you are...
Christopher just shouting over the wall. Are you all happy with yourselves?
And they all quickly
you have
race
broken
away.
limbs.
Yeah, there's this one old guy that's, I think you guys recognize, the old familiar old guy. Yeah, found me some coin! And rushes down an alley with his haul. The girl who was...
What is this, a Black Friday sale?
Yeah, exactly, right?
It's Cyber Monday, maybe.
That orc girl that was selling fruits, she closes up her stand as she picks up some of these coins as well. Yeah, just all kinds of people just coming in and grabbing and going. Some sailors who have rethought their ideal of going out to sea this week. Yeah, it's a colossal donation to everybody, including yourself. But you did get the majority of it. And thank you for pushing our dear beloved Kazuya pet into a very twitchy pose right now. Doesn't know whether to be happy or sad. Well, now that that's happened, and the bag is full...
Christopher just looking to Arthur. Why? What happened?
Apparently the gods either love or hate me.
Kazuya's blown you a blessing.
That looked more like it was designed to kill you. Those people could have stomped all over you.
He's just gonna shrug.
I've read the newspapers about the Black Friday sales, even in Carvona. It's dreadful.
By the way, even the players were allowed to try to slide a hand anything if they wanted to. Shella didn't get anything. She was like, what?
Christopher was more focused on making sure people didn't get killed during the rush.
The Cabbage Patch war all over again.
I promise you this was not on me. This is whatever people wanted to do to me.
It was definitely on you. What are you talking about?
Well, are you at least alright? Are you injured?
As well as I can be.
Oh, right, I suppose there isn't much difference between injured and recently revived. Remembering your weakened state.
Yep.
Oh, that was interesting. So where are we going next? She'll just kind of like helping move things along.
That was a weird fucking thing. Hey, what happened? I mean, I saw it happen. I'm kind of busy holding berries, making sure they don't fall.
So, well, it appears that there's a new sort of weather condition called golden rain? Or golden shower, perhaps.
You know, I've heard of that. That's really bad.
I'm about to say, that doesn't sound like a very clean shower.
It's not.
I know, they used to...
Golden coins are filled with all sorts of debris and materials.
I don't want to know how you know that, Avra. I'm kind of curious, but I also at the same time don't want to know.
I'll tell you later tonight. How about that?
Okay, fine.
Christopher just blinks. Did I miss something? It shouldn't a golden shower be obvious?
Hold on. Avra, I'll be right back and gonna walk over to Christopher and just kind of whisper over, Christopher, what do you think it means?
Well, as I said, I should only assume that it occurs when a bunch of golden coins rain down from the sky.
You know, when some of my clutch go to the top of a tall cliff, and they find somebody at the bottom, they all start taking a whiz, and all they call that a... She kind of like looks at you to see if you're
Yeah.
trailing with their conversation.
Jack at that point like cuss like a hand around his Christopher's ear and whispers the exact definition of a golden shower.
Disgusting. Who would open their mouth up for that?
And then I'm gonna back up like, yeah, so don't say that.
Did you know they drank that stuff?
Shella, come on.
What?
This is not something I need to hear fresh out of salt bath.
I
Hey, Matt.
yeah, I think I'm going to be sick.
Apparently, Vol and Juno are moving at Juno speed, so they didn't catch any of that conversation yet.
Jack, I know a lot of things that I don't necessarily tell you or
I don't-
anybody because it's. She blushes like bright red.
Oh, come on. You're like a child. Like, you're
Mhm.
naive. Maybe you just know a lot about berries.
I do know a lot about berries.
Of course
The
you do.
fruitful kind and other things. But that's nor here nor there, but you know.
Wait, aren't all berries fruits?
How long have I been dead? Yeah.
I mean, we could always put you back down if you need it.
5
If that
years.
happens, go ahead.
Oh, Arthur was just shouting 5 years.
5 years. Too short a time. Okay. All right. I think we should probably Shandora gold business money drink Paulina.
Why
Why'd you
did you
mention
say
it?
Paulina funny?
Well, you see, Avra, she's on the list.
What
What
list?
Shit. Well, you know, technically she is. Though I don't know what list he's talking about.
Well, I've made 2 lists. One for myself and one for Jack. They're both long lists. As Christopher is just going to leave it at
List
that
for
and just
what?
start drawing a circle in the middle of the
No,
street.
this for what?
So I need to concentrate, Avra.
Yeah,
She
for
looks
if you.
up at Jack.
Okay, let him. Okay, if you wait until after we get there, I will give you some of these extra berries. If you haven't finished the purse bag already.
She kind of turns up her purse bag. It's already empty.
Okay. Well, at least now we have a free bag to use to get more berries in Shandora.
I like that. That's a good idea. I think we
Yeah,
should do that.
Yeah, let's just let him finish the circle first. Oh, good. There's Vol and Juno coming in at turtle speeds.
Well,
Good. They're
maybe
making
you
it
could
just
tell me
in
what
time.
a list. What is the list about for you?
I don't know. I mean, I probably know, but I'm just too tired right now. I need a drink.
She's gonna she's gonna. Do you have your coat on?
I don't have that anymore.
Oh yeah, he got.
It's-
What are
strip.
you wearing right now?
It's just like a short sleeve shirt and like a breastplate.
She's gonna reach up and grab your collar and then pull you down a little bit, and then she's gonna whisper in your ear. Oh, shoot. I'll tell you all about List whenever we get back. And then she'll let you think on it.
Yeah, Jack just looks confused. Just visible confusion. What the hell's going on today?
Apparently, people know more about a list than you do. Says the gods above to themselves. Anyway, as Christopher continues drawing out the teleportation circle, and you guys finish having the last bits of your comment, I would say you're able to do so without any complications. Feel free to teleport when ready.
All right, everyone, let's hurry through this before my thoughts return to that. Oh, there it goes.
Jumps
Nope.
in. Tell me about the list now.
Step through the
Arthur's
portal.
running in.
Like she was standing on top of it as you were about to pop it, and it pops up and eats her. Then everybody jumps in. All right. With Juno and Vol following behind, still eating that lovely long length of whatever kind of jerky that is, you find yourselves in the city of Shandor, the Adventurers Guild, no less. And I don't know what page to put you on anymore.
Arthur's
you
just
here
gonna
for
look
now.
around. Please tell me we grabbed the carriage.
Arthur, do you have a list too?
Oh, if you do have a carriage, then you would have been popped outside the Adventurers Guild.
I mean, I know we collected it last time, but
Yeah, we could always say that Vol and Juno grabbed it. And that's why
Yeah,
they
yeah.
took so long.
Yeah, they're falling behind. That's fine. So as they carry the carriage through, and the rest of you appear wherever, you can make yourselves back out to the way to where they are and rejoin them at the carriage.
Yep.
What would you guys like to do, or go ahead and have your conversations?
I'm asking Arthur if he has a list too.
yes, but not that type.
What? Tell me about your list then.
He's just gonna draw a dagger and leave it at that.
Oh. she looks. I like this one. This one's great.
Apparently, it must be a
Insight?
short list. Insight? Yeah, I mean, Amber needs to be incited, doesn't she? I mean,
That's real hard.
yeah. 12. I mean, what should I have her roll? Like, what are you trying to discern from her comment?
Like,
Like,
was
if she-
that trying to discern if that was meant to be a flirtatious or meant to be more of a serious? I know what you're talking about.
You're
What
You're,
thing?
yeah, give it a persuasion check. Yeah, she knows what you're talking about. Dear Lord. That's a pretty high persuasion you got there. But here you all are outside the Adventurers Guild that is directly to the right of you as you're all facing towards the eastern road. Across to you from the left is the Wolf. Dear Lord, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's the Wolf Inn Tavern or something like that. Let me go find my notes. I got notes about this stuff. Wolf. S. Well, you know there's a tavern over there. Stray Wolf Inn. I knew it was something. What would you guys like to do? Actually, I can take us
Did you
to-
turn on dynamic lighting for it?
No, I'll put us
Or
on a
did it turn
different map.
itself back on?
It did. But I'm going to take us to a different one anyway, because I think we should go back to the original. Well, alright, I'll get there in a minute. But what do you guys want to do? I'll figure it out here in a second.
Well, I suppose, based on what has been said already, we have at least 3 sorts of business in Shandora. Am I incorrect?
Yeah, 4 if you count on it. Should probably get out of the kilt and back into pants.
No, I think
That-
that looks suits you. It's fine.
Yes, quite right. Christopher's cheeks have turned red a bit. You most certainly should put on proper attire.
Nah, I think I'll wear the kilt.
He smiled.
I really hate it when I
turning that
accidentally walk
color?
underneath it.
Why are you turning that color, Christopher? Are you sick?
Yes.
I must still be reveling from the previous conversation. So perhaps we should check in on the the funds first. Let's do that right now. As he just starts,
Yeah, let's do
I
that
just
now.
like turns a heel and just starts walking.
As I have a very fun idea.
Oh boy.
As
So,
Arthur's gonna look at Shella, then at Vol, then at Christopher. Actually, I have some business I need to quickly take care of. Do you mind if I take Shella along? Just trying to.
she blinks, absolutely confused that he's picking me after I try to kill him. Alright, it looks like I also have a boon to roll. But go ahead.
Christopher will think. Frankly, only if you take Juno with you as well.
He's gonna go for a second, look, and then just shrug. Won't cause much harm. All right, fair
Christopher
enough.
takes a dagger, splits the jerky, uniting Vol and Juno.
Yeah. Alright. And I need everybody to roll me d20 to see who gets the highest. Done some improving on our dice tray, by the way. How can you improve, Star? Let me show you. I bought a light for it. So yay! Look at that. Looks real nice now, right? Here we go. Or wait, who's our winner?
Christopher.
Christopher's the winner. All right, keep an eye on my D10 there. See what the number will be for. I roll a 4.
4 is critical 20 on the next dice roll.
Oh, that's bad news for anything. All right. All right, there you go, Christopher. You got a 4 on the D10, and you're able to get a critical hit or critical roll on your next hit. Yeah, you know, the thing that you do most of the time. All right. Thank you, Lost, for the random dice roll. Hope you enjoyed the new lighting for the tower.
Then I suppose that the rest of you shall be joining on the other venture?
Yeah.
Am I gonna wait for Arthur to go to the bank, or should I? I don't know. Still kind of out of it.
So, wait, are you concerned about something in particular?
It might just be easier if we better split profits. Then you know what? Screw it. I'll just go and can give him half the money later.
I mean, it should be
It'll be
simple
fine.
enough to split everything properly once that surely Arthur will return, especially since Juno's there.
Yeah, it should be fine. All right,
Your
let's
eye on.
go to the bank.
I mean, the trading post, right?
Whatever. Bank, trading post, same damn thing.
Damn, he's arguing with God. What the fuck? The storm clouds above start to gather for some strange reason.
Yeah, Casey, I get it. I'm sorry. Look, I'm kind of cranky when I come back from death, okay?
You need
There's almost
something
a
sweet
crack
to
of
eat.
There's almost a crack of lightning and thunder that kind of like indicate, yeah, and whose fault is that? But I digress. So, who should I start with? Should we go with Arthur and Shella? Because I'm a little curious here.
Sure.
Might as well.
Alright, Arthur. Shella just, and of course, Juno, who's following along, chewing his beef jerky that he got. Shella just kind of like, so, Arthur, what are we doing?
How is he? Never mind. I don't want to think about it too much. As he's going to make sure he's a fair, good distance away from the rest of the group. So, how have you been, Shella? Just trying to make small talk while he's making his way away.
Yeah. Oh, I've been doing all right. A lot of soul searching, a lot of thinking. No longer want to kill you. That's a good thing.
Well, that is good. That's good. Mostly for my health, and maybe yours.
I
don't
feel
know.
better.
As once he is finally away, he's just gonna sigh. Can't believe I'm about to ask this from the kobold.
Blake.
I wanted to ask your advice on a matter.
Of course. Very excited looking. What's on your mind?
Damn it, I can't keep a straight face. Well, to sum up a very complicated ordeal, I am thinking that Vol may have feelings for someone, but she's not recognizing that.
Oh, so you're worried about who might hook up with Foal, aren't you? Well, who better to ask than her mentor? She's taking too much pride in being her mentor at the moment. So, what do you think? Like, what led you to believe this truth of yours?
He's very gonna just lean down, just not even bother pulling the dagger, just putting a hand on it. Mention this to Vol or anybody else here, and you're on a one-way ticket to the Citadel Kingdom. Is that understood?
Oof.
I mean, that
Yeah,
would be a fast way to get there.
I feel like that needs to be a deception. He would not do that.
Yeah, okay, go ahead and roll deception. We'll do it for funsies. I'm gonna laugh. Oh, she can't beat 31. Get out of here. Even with your oh, get out of here. Deceiving little bastard. She just blinks innocently. I wouldn't want to go to Citadel, but if I have to go fast, then maybe I will blab, but I don't think I will.
Not the point, but okay, thank you. She's been acting strange since, well, me and Jack, and every time I've interacted with her, she's been acting even more strange.
She's got her fingers kind of like clawing underneath her chin as she's a deep thought about this and just kind of like waving a hand at you like, go on.
Oh, anyways, I gotta talk with her a little bit, and I don't know, seems to be in love with someone. He's not gonna outright state who he thinks it is. And I'm just trying to find the best way, hey, to just point that out to her.
You want me to ask her?
No, that's not the point. The point is...
No, I could be like, hey, Vo, you like anybody? And then it'll make her think about it. And if she goes, oh, I like everybody, it's shame. I could be like, no, Vo, I mean, do you like somebody? Then she has to tell me the truth. Because that's how it works. You can't lie when someone says like.
Hold their hand for.
Yeah, exactly. I was getting there. Give me a minute. This is just new jargon she's got.
It's the case of she doesn't... He's just mentally face palming at this point.
Oh, trust me. Whenever you say like, it really makes them think, and they're like, oh, maybe. And then they realize it. Then they could go hold hands with whoever it is that they like. Like.
You know, through all that asinine words, that actually gave me an idea. I'm still gonna finish my thoughts. It's the point of she's never had a relationship like... Again, tell this to Vol and I send you the Citadel Kingdom. She's never been in a relationship like that, so... Makes it a little difficult to know what it's...
So
Like-
Vo's had a very sheltered childhood. And adulthood, it seems. She's just in her own little thought process too, buddy. She's just
No, I would
umming
say
and umming.
more akin to say like me, who has not really fallen in love up until now. He's gonna kind of stop himself with that. Well, I haven't really been in love with anybody since, well, Agatha, because, you know, always been
Oh.
afraid they'd be murdered
Hmm?
horrifically and painfully.
You know, I kind of feel the same when it comes to Prod. Like, I feel like if I get too close to him, somebody might use him against me. So, if I didn't save him that day, I could have just left him dead and I wouldn't have these feelings. Does either way of that seem fair to anybody? In some
Well-
twisted way, she has a bit of logic there.
That he's gonna kind of stop and think while still walking.
Well, it's like
That makes
this. There may be consequences to falling in love, but there's also consequences if you let the ones that you want to love not fall for you to begin with. She walks off as if she said the smartest thing in the world.
He's just gonna stop. Look
After
at
she-
Juno.
Shrugs.
How did she? I thought I was gonna get nonsense and. Right. Okay.
She's a lot wiser than she looks. She is, after all, Vola's mentor. And goes back to chewing.
A book on changelings and a book on kobolds. Got it. He's just gonna keep on going, and
I am actually
He's
going
gonna
to
make his
start
way
writing
down
that
here.
book because I feel like the kobolds need a good explanation in my world.
he's gonna make his way to the Arcanium.
Arcadium. Okay, cool. So
It's
you,
sweet stuff.
yeah, that's nice. So yeah, is there like a thing you're looking for? Or did we have an order? I can't remember.
No, but he did want to look. He did have two things he wanted to look into. One, getting his armor patched up, aka just get a new chest plate if he can.
Right. And
Actually-
yeah, let me get your intentions. Yeah, what else?
So he's looking for the chest piece because that's where he bought it from. And then he's also gonna want to ask Elverina about the Arcana a little bit.
All right. Yeah, no, that's definitely a good conversation piece. So I'm gonna keep going with them for a little bit, guys. Hopefully, we'll give Vol and them some time to get in here. What's up?
I just said uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, did I miss something? Because if you do want to do something, do let me know. But I'm going to keep following for just a little bit longer. I think this conversation might be interesting. So you make it to Elverina. The little bell rings, little lights light up above your heads, indicating that you're customers inside her store that can be seen with orbs of light floating above you. And you can see the familiar elven woman just kind of like staring over the counter, looking away from her book. Good day. What can I get you? Hurry up.
I'll make this quick, I think. I actually have zero idea. And one of this is going to sound insane. First one, incident with the armor. I think I bought this from you, I believe. Do you
Mhm.
have a replacement chest piece, or am I going to need to get one and you can infuse that?
Oh, what infusion did you need? I'll see if it's in stock.
I believe you called it Glamored?
Ah, that one. Sure, I think I might have one still laying around. Did you need it enchanted beyond a normal means, or did it just need to be regular?
This one I think was they have a advanced type. If I remember correctly, we did make it a +2 variant.
Alright, yeah, that's kind of like what she's asking you to.
Yeah.
+2 version added to it. Okay, let me see what we have here in this stock. Probably run you about... Does that even make sense to me? I think... Does 15k sound too much? I think that might be what it is. Might be a little cheaper than
I
it
think-
should be, but 15k sounds...
I will just say, in the past, we have paid a lot less for that.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay, but the glamour studded is rare, and we're giving it a +1 bonus on top of that, on top of the one it already comes with, to make it a +2.
Oh, you're trying to make it a +2?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think 15K is fair. That's why I opened it up, because I was
Okay,
making sure
okay, I
didn't
must
do-
have missed the part where you were giving it an additional point, because otherwise,
Yeah.
like, okay, Star, we need to have a talk.
Oh no. Well, no, it's still a rare item, but still 15K with the added plus is probably where we should be with that. So yeah, she'll tell you it's about 15K if you have it. And I do have one available if you need it. Do I even want to know what happened to the other one? It's fine. You don't have to tell me. My customers are always here to come back because they know that I will eventually sell them the best of the best. So if you have the gold, I have the wares.
I mean, I do.
All right.
And both gold and platinum.
Platinum's a lot easier to count. And if you have it, then 1500 gold is what you need. Or
I'm just
150
gonna go
platinum.
ahead- I'm just gonna go ahead and do a quick conversion of this all into platinum.
That's fair, I don't mind. You're in a city, I would assume you'd had time to do it eventually anyway. I will go ahead and hide these lovely cards so you guys don't get paranoid.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna fork it over, leaving me with 600 platinum and 2 gold.
Fair enough. Shella's just kind of like looking around with Juno and all of her other wares, so she kind of like turns her attention to you after you get your studded leather. And you said there was something else you needed to talk to me about.
He's just gonna kind of stop for a second, think, you know what? I just asked a kobold for advice, got pretty damn good advice. This doesn't feel as insane. I'm going to be probably making a trip up to the Arcana soon.
You? By yourself, or?
Oh, if I went by myself, I would get the shit kicked out of me and or have a collar put around my neck.
Well, no, they're not that mean.
Not from them, from... He's
Oh.
gonna point to Juno and Shella.
Oh.
The rest of them.
Oh, well, I mean, if you showed up by yourself, I was just gonna say they're a little cautious of people who are not talented, as it were. But you had questions. I could probably provide you with a few answers.
He's actually gonna stop for a second. Think about this. Actually, make this 2 questions. 1, is there any sort of tribute we need to bring?
Tribute?
I
No.
don't know.
No, not necessarily. Unless you plan on enrolling. There's really no tribute to bring. There's always... Make sure you state your business once you get to the guard post or what have you. Is there a certain business you have with the Arcana? I could forward a message and let them know you're coming.
Well, that was gonna be the second thing I wanted to ask, but it's involving someone I
You realize
kind of...
I can't help you if you're not specific. Either tell me what I need to hear to continue my day or leave. There are 2 ways to go about this. Direct or indirectly out my door. You can clearly see she's getting disturbed by how long you're taking, but she's being as gentle with you as possible because of your recent purchase.
might as well rip off the bandage. I'm looking for someone that I was supposed to help protect, and, well, I had some business to attend to. Shit happened. I thought they
Deception
either
check.
ran away or got killed.
Yeah, go ahead and do your deception check.
I mean, he's being completely honest.
You weren't sent to protect them, though.
No, he was going to do that, though, either.
Okay, I guess it's fair. Continue your conversation. I won't ask for it.
And, well, one thing led to another. Eventually I found out they might still be alive and at the Arcana.
So you've lost your ward, and you assume that they're at the Arcana now.
Oh,
Does this ward have a name? I may already have it.
I don't know the first name. I know that the last name was Gregon.
Gregon. I don't know offhand, then I'll have to check their roster later. I'll have to get in contact with somebody. I could probably do that for you. Fine, I could do that for you. You have paid full price for your purchase.
Well,
Is there anything else you need?
well, it wasn't necessarily my question. That was just you offering.
Well,
Is there a faster way to get there?
there's always fast ways to get anywhere. Especially if you know one such as myself.
Would you? I guess my question is now. Would you be willing to help?
For a price, perhaps, spells are not easily cast without resources. And time is not easily spent without need.
I can't go right now, but I will be back eventually.
I'll tell you what, if you're going to come back later, I will reach out and see what information I can dig up before we get there. And you're just wanting to check up on a lost ward, is that right? Is there any message I should send foreboding your arrival if it happens?
Too complicated of a situation to send over a message. It's better in person.
Well, I will send them word of something. And don't be alarmed if they're going to be very cautious if you do arrive.
If I'm not, he's just gonna kind of just stand there. Look, if they aren't at my throat with knives and whatever else they use, I might just be a little bit surprised. And with that, he is going to take his armor and leave.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say, depending upon what you told me to tell them would determine whether that happens. Toodles! As you walk away. Then she goes back to her third volume of Chill Touch. As you and Shella and Juno make your way somewhere. So we got Jack, Vol. Oh, Jefferson's not here today. Get out of here. But I am following. Fine. And Avra and Christopher. So where do we want to go?
To the trade house.
Sounds about right.
Or the bank, or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, well, the bank's where you go when they have the money ready for you. Yeah.
But they didn't tell me when it was going to be ready. So I'm just going to check to see when it's...
No. You do have to go to the trade house to find out if you're going to get a check. Real quick before we get into this, because I think I had you keep the information, right?
It was me and Arthur who went there.
Yeah, I know, but you have the information about what you're expecting, right?
Yes, I believe it was... Oh, where did I put it?
Yeah. Tell me how much you're expecting, because I'm going to make a few rolls to see if it's had any luck pushed. I'll also check to see if I have that information anyway. My OneNote. If you remember how many gold bars we have left to sell, that might help too. And how much they were again.
Well, they were...
Oh, man.
Well, there were... Oh, yeah. I think we were expecting, like, something like 140,000, because we had 29 left, and there were, like, 5,000 each. And they took a little, like, commission, and they cheapened it, because they took it all at once.
So how much are we expecting?
Around 140,000 gold, or that was like the hope of what we get.
And how long have we been going for? Maybe what, 3 or 4 days?
I think it's gone longer than that.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Was it a little bit longer than that? I'll do a roll
Nearly
for
a
week.
week.
Yeah. All
I was
right.
gonna say it was 3 days alone to even like take the boat ride to Southern Isles.
Yeah. 4 or 5. So yeah, I'll say been about a week. He tells you we've had a little bit of luck of getting some of it out recently. However, the majority of it is still with us. I do have perhaps a little bit I could procure upon you at this point if you wish.
That
He
would be great.
So let's see here. I mean, let's make it a round number. Let's say 49,000 of it's ready. That way I'll know to track 100,000 expected still. So if you want to take note of that so we don't forget.
Yep, I will put it.
And you'll be happy to know, not more than 3 hours ago did this here get procured. Apparently a sudden bulge of gold was required because of some jewelry that has been going around here lately. So, luck be you. And yeah, we're kind of like in this trade office in case anybody else wants to interact in this scene at all.
A sudden interest in jewelry?
Well, there's been some artisans who had a recent boom in their artistic skills and just decided to get a large supply of gold and start applying their trade, usually trying to mass produce replicas of their work, as you know. It just, it's nice to know that the gold is getting used.
Ah, then, so a spark of inspiration, as it were.
Ah, yes, that's what it is, yes. And it's always good to hear from the Artisans Guild. Definitely makes trading all this a lot easier.
Yes, I have always been a fan of art pieces, especially the particularly colorful sorts.
Ah, an artistic one, are you? Perhaps you would be interested in some of the paintings we're keeping in the back.
Well, I would. Unfortunately, I don't really have a permanent residence at the moment, but
Pity that.
although perhaps slip me your contact information for when I do have that sort of availability.
I would certainly be more than happy to be of service to you, sir. And you kind of like hear doing, that's right, boss, get in there with the money, you know how it is. I will say you get the contact information even though I don't have it at the moment. I feel like I gave him a name, but I can't remember it. Let me see here. And it's not in any of my notes for like the city, which is where I usually kind of dump some of this.
Oops.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like my I'm gonna try to make myself better at taking notes, but for the most part, I've kind of had it pretty handled. But
Also, I mean, like, depending on how long ago it was, it also could have just accidentally been wiped out in the Great Purge.
Yeah, my fucking hard drive. Yeah, forget about that. Damn it. I hate when that happens too. But yeah, I am going to try to make steps in the future to start backing this stuff up. As long as I use OneNote, I know it's backed up. So that's what I'm going to try to start doing from now on. So yeah, it's probably that. But we will definitely, I don't know, let's give him a name. We'll say he's Isaac. He's this half-elf who's kind of like refined and has been brought up well, dressed up in like dark reds and blacks, and kind of like balding at the top. You can tell he's starting to get to the more high end of his age, so he's not young, he's not spruce like most, but he is calm, collective, and very, direct with his commands. Like, he's definitely making sure, you can tell he's got some seniority just by the way he talks, and also that ability to boss the people around, you could definitely tell he's a head honcho here. But you can also tell that he is a man of elaborate taste, definitely appreciates the finer things in life, as his office is kind of like decorated in like these and this is why I'm like, is Abra actually here? There's like all these little knickknacks and shelves and vases that are kind of like on display, little art pieces laying around.
Yeah, she's already on them.
Oh, be careful with that one, dear. That one there is very expensive.
Just looking, it's fine.
Oh boy, she is You look with your eyes, dear. You look with your eyes.
Don't
like
still.
Afra, if you don't touch anything, I'll give you some berries.
Just don't touch that one. Yeah, There you
She
go.
puts her hands behind her back and holds them there.
Good girl.
Well, you're a lot better than if
Christopher.
Shella was here.
Christopher is just casually holding to cast levitate if something looks like it's about to drop.
Reaction to levitate. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, he just kind of like gets a little nervous because, he's not sure how well you can walk in those heels that you have. And he kind of like breathes a sigh of relief. It's like, well, as it were, the name's Isaac, and feel free to contact me whenever you decide that you might need a brilliant art piece, as it were.
So yes, most certainly.
Hey, Isaac,
Alright.
got a curiosity. I know you're talking about neat, pretty things. Have you heard any rumors about Smittersmon, our guy who made the airship? Is he making another one?
Uh, hmm. Let me roll a history check to see if he's paying attention to this gnome. I'm afraid I wouldn't know what Professor Smitherspawn is up to. He's a gnome of his own making, if you understand my drift. How do you know him?
I used to be a student.
Ah, yes, he does take on a few people here and there. Well, aren't you fortunate? I mean, you would know your mentor's mind better than me. I am just Port of trades. So,
Yep.
now that you mentioned it, there has been a recent order for metals that he is in search of. He did put in a recent order. Well, maybe that should have been confidential. I don't think it is, but he is requesting materials. But then again, he usually does. It's just that this one seemed a little bit more larger.
Larger. Well, after what happened the last airship, I mean, a bunch of pirates tried to steal it, and then those morons accidentally blew it up. Thankfully, it's good thing. So I know that sent Smithersmon back a bit, and he didn't want to. I know he didn't want to build another one, just in case they had the balls to try it again. We're gonna send him waiting a bit to decide to want to build it now, and hopefully it's got a bit more security. I was kind of hoping and checking out myself to see if he needing any help, because I could use a little time to not deal with any just gestures towards the rest of the group.
All of a sudden, he looks towards Avra, whose tail is dangerously close to a piece that he's like, no.
What is your problem now?
Make a dex check to see if your tail doesn't accidentally hit it.
Short star.
I'm just teasing with you, come on. We have to burn his spell slots anyway. I know it's short, but still, it's there. Alright, you're good, you're good. It kind of like flakes against the edge, but does nothing to knock it over. He breathes a sigh of relief, looks back to Jack.
Yeah, so, I mean, okay, hold on, let me help you there. I'm just gonna carefully just pick up Avra and hold her just like bridal style. They should keep her away from everything.
I'm gonna pick him up instead.
So it sounds like competing athletics checks.
Yeah, Jack, are you ready for this?
Ah, boy.
I mean, you say that.
I mean, that's a solid 2. I don't think he can succeed.
Yeah, let's see what you
She gets a
got.
nat
Avra.
one, yeah.
Yeah, you reach around, but unfortunately, she reaches around you instead and picks you up.
Bridal style.
So
hey,
when's the wedding? I can send you a gift.
No, don't worry. Hey, now look, she's too busy with me that she can't knock anything over.
Well, as much as I would like to entertain the rest of you, I do have some cookies if you would like a little bite to eat before you go. Offers like this little tray of cookies that came from Michio Mito's.
I think I'm good.
Hell, I
Would you like?
recognize these.
Oh yes, these
Like,
are
plucks
very
one.
fine. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and take one. And Vol, she'll take one, I'm sure. What about you, young lady? I do apologize for being short with you. Short. Maybe
What?
that's not the word I
Yeah.
meant. Me being the one that's short, not you, dear. But may I offer you a cookie instead?
What kind are they?
Oh, these are delicious. They're from this wonderful place known as Mishomitos. There's sugar cookies in here that are specially made, along with some chocolate chips, and along with some others that they call peanut butter. Please pick your favorite if you like.
Yeah, she tries them all.
The plate is empty, and he says, "No, that's fair. I hope you enjoy them, dear. If you're looking for more, Mishomitos would appreciate your patronage."
Maybe
But
I can play there, Jack.
What can I assume that the cookies got her attention and Jack just like hit the ground?
Nope.
I don't know.
Oh, one hand holding up and she's grabbing the cookies.
No, she put. She just inhaled. She Kirby styled those cookies. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Wait, ever you want to go there?
I wanna try some more sweet stuff.
You know, I think you're in luck. They are having their frozen treats today. You could try what they call an ice cream. Kind of like you kind of like remember that Sunday.
And she drops him.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Right on
not
my
the vase!
tempo.
Not the vase! The broom shakes for a minute. One of the vases start to wobble haphazardly and then slowly stops in place. He goes, "Oh dear Lord."
Okay, ever.
Could you all
What?
Next.
kindly leave?
Yeah, we're gonna go. Oh, my tailbone.
I wanna pop his tailbone back into place.
Kind of would have imagined Vol would have just picked them up and dust them off. Come on,
If
Jack.
we
We got
can-
places to be.
Yeah, we can probably go there as a rest stop, I guess. I don't know.
By the way, you were given a banknote, which if we don't get around to settling it in the game, you can technically say like I go to cash in and get the funds. Unless of course you also have an account, you can just deposit it there. Like we can figure out where you want the money to be. As long as we're in the city. But you know, he hands you the check, says we'll see what we can do about the rest. I have it tallied up in my books, and I bid you all a good day.
But that was fun.
Speak again.
Yes, until we meet again. Looking forward to our next meeting, and I'll make sure I have a good art display for you to check out, my good sir.
And me?
Most appreciated.
Oh, yes, I will. You know, funny that you mention it. There's this new artist in town that I think you might appreciate her work better than mine. But yes, I will see about. How do you feel about gargoyles?
No.
No? Well, that's a pity, because that might be the only artwork that I would suggest for you, dear, that wouldn't necessarily break.
But
It's okay, dear.
I'm
If you are
sometimes.
if you're interested in purchasing some artwork, I do apologize. I just don't know how well you can keep money. I mean, are you like how well off are you, dear? Like, if you don't mind me asking, I'm not trying to be insulting at all. I'm just curious.
Are you asking me if I'm rich or not? She
In
kind
a-
of gives him a glare.
And he gives you I know it's rude to ask, but judging by and I know it's not polite to judge people, but you know, you sometimes have to take a step back and look and assess. From my assessment, I feel like you're not the one that carries the gold coins, but that does not mean I don't know if you have access to gold. You know what I mean? Like, I am not sure how well off you look, but just by looking at you, this is why I'm asking, because I don't know. The best way to find out when you don't know is to ask, is it not, dear?
Yes.
And if it's impolite, you do not have to answer.
That's kind of rude, but
I know.
he pays for my things. She points at Jack.
Ah, you have a patron, then that changes my whole outlook on you, dear. I would be more than happy to display the finest of wares for you the next time I see you.
Hey,
She
guy.
smiles.
Uh,
Yes.
how much does, like, just we're going for the ballpark so she can understand what is the cheapest of your items within here? What is the cost so she can understand?
That vase over there was made almost 1,000 years ago, valued at around 100,000 gold pieces, if not more. A priceless artifact amongst some collectors, but if it had to have a value, at least 100,000 would be the most an insurance company from Corinthia would pay.
I'm actually gonna go over to it. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna look like around it and try to inspect it. Can I tell if it's real or fake?
Give me an investigation, which would be considered like appraising it.
Okay, and the -4 would make it 18.
Yeah.
17.
Oh, 17. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That's all right. I'm
Both
not thinking
Jack
today.
and Drake are tired.
Yeah.
So, I mean, looking over this piece, it does seem to date back quite some time just from the looks of it. It's been well kept, you know, like it's been dusted, it kept clean to its points, but you could definitely see that there's some things that time does to an item, like tarnishing some of the original metal or whatever it was made out of, or ceramic or whatnot. The coloration definitely shows aging, and as far as you could tell, it's a legitimate piece.
So he kind of nods.
If Christopher wanted to, he can use that trade skill thing we came up with. In case he was just curious to reconfirm.
You know, just for fun, just because, like, since it was like actively called attention to, just like glancing over, just
Yeah, I kind of feel like that would give you like an appraisal eye in a trade house.
Seems legit. Just want to make sure
sorry,
you're
is
not getting...
Star waiting for a roll, or
Yeah, I was.
I'm
If you, yeah, go ahead and roll if you got it. I can't remember what I told you to roll, but
I mean, we already know what my next roll is, so.
Oh, crit. Okay, then yeah. So you can clearly tell him that this predates back to the after rebirth of the world, or the continents, as it were. So it's like like the BC point of the game, where we're in DC, right? So it dates back to when, even before like history was documented.
Oh, I do believe I recognize this particular pattern from my studies. It really is quite ancient.
Mm-hmm. We've believe it was dug up around the Corinthia region some time back, about 100 or so years ago, but I'm sure the piece itself seems to date even further back, considering where it was kept in some old tomb, or perhaps what is it, ruins they call it, or underground labyrinths that have been not quite sure the location, but it was definitely a beautiful piece, and I had to get it as soon as I saw it.
Oh yes, frankly it is a miracle for pieces like this to survive all that time, so...
It's a face in the shape of Ditto. No. Anyway. It is a very fine piece. It seems to transform the imagination. But, as I said, I do have other wares I could show you that are more priceless to some, but of value all the less. We are a trade center after all. We are in it for the trade. If you wish to, actually use some of this gold that you're expecting to purchase, I can compensate you almost evenly on that.
Well, I mean, art is good and all, and I mean, I'm more of a practical kind of guy. No offense, just how I am. Do you happen to have with anything within your trade house more on the expensive side, magical items, not necessarily weapons or armor, but more on the pricier range?
As far as magical items go, I mean, we get the orders that are being processed through the Arcanium, but we do not keep them. We are more of a warehousing for them so that they don't get cluttered. So personally, I couldn't sell you any of that if I wanted to. As for personal collection pieces, there might be a few things laying around, but I would actually have to look into it.
Oh, you don't need to bother with that. It was just more curiosity than anything.
Of course.
Thank
No,
you, though.
it's definitely, we definitely want to make sure we can provide the best service possible to a very well established customer, as it were.
All right. Well, thank you for your help. You have a nice day, and I'm gonna kind of lean over and kind of whisper. And next time I come, I'll make sure to leave the pet outside.
I see.
I'm gonna make a perception check.
Make a stealth check then, Jack.
Boy, I mean, I'm good at those.
Yeah. Oh, you are
Okay,
today.
so
Minus
17.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you were oblivious to this one. Unless you want to buy yourself advantage, the cookie clusters are
No,
bad.
I'm good. I'm good.
You're saving for that wish, and then you're gonna give it to Jack so he gets turned to the void. No, I see how your mind is working. Anyway, welcome, Bo.
I am welcome. Sorry I didn't say right away. I just didn't want to
No,
interrupt
you're
that
fine.
nice scene. It was a really
You-
nice flow.
You just finished your jerky all of a sudden.
And don't worry, just to immediately catch you up on this particular part of the session as we're exiting, just like,
Well, Vord, it appears that we've gained at least another 49,000 from that particular deposit. Isn't that quite fortunate?
You could say that. That's a lot of gold. I'm not gonna lie, Christopher. I mean, okay, a lot of gold for me. How much would that be compared to you? Would that be? What would you? Sorry, I'm asking weird questions.
That's my allowance. No.
so I guess it's Ron's like,
So, well, I do believe that was the last amount paid for when Lillian updated her winter wardrobe.
I like that one too.
She
Vol
replaced
just-
it seasonally.
Bonus action make shield look and face of like horror.
It's got like the two hands across its face, its eyes up in ovals in its mouth as well.
But Vol's face is completely normal and be like, oh, that's interesting to know. And Nerf Brain, the fuck? How rich was this bitch?
Oh, we'll find
Anyway.
out in the near future.
But she's gonna look and be like, sorry if I was staying quiet though, this beef jerky's really good.
Yes, I was a bit concerned earlier because both you and Juno seemed to be munching on the same but longer piece. I was afraid that if it continued, that the two of you might share lips.
I think that might have been a snake jerky. They kind of just make them in one big thing. They don't like, jerky. They make them from bits of an animal. No, this one they just jerky up the whole snake. That sounded wrong. Okay, I think it's time for a nap.
I mean,
Abra's gonna hand the leash over to Jack.
Oh, by the way, did you all walk out of the office?
we did.
You hear a loud crash and flapping of wings catch up to you as you hear the vendor go, "Son of a bitch!" Hey, boss, where we head?
Dorian, what just happened?
I don't know what you're talking about, boss.
Yeah, Dorian, what happened?
I think he did what I was tempted to do.
High fives, Jack.
Yeah, high five Dorian.
All right, cool. Oh, don't worry, boss. He never caught you in the act. We're good to go. He just flies on ahead of you.
Just breathe, Christopher. Just breathe.
there's some techniques I could teach you on that.
You know what's funny? I
face?
could.
I'm joking. I'm sorry, Jack. Go on.
The shield turns into a laughing face. No,
I could repair that whatever just fell, it would take a long ass time because mending takes a whole ass minute. But I could technically repair it.
I mean,
Wishful
if you
thinking.
do,
Let's go.
if you do,
Actually-
it'd look better on you.
Actually, wait, did the shield actually turn to a smiley face?
No.
I mean, I'm willing for Star to play with the emotion stuff. That's kind of what I like about the shield.
I forgot what I said.
Full.
What's up?
Question mark
As he's
on the
looking
shield.
at the smiling shield.
Did you? Has that always been there?
Bonus action makes shield go back to non-suspicious. What are you talking
Okay.
about?
It disappears.
My apologies. I thought I saw a protrusion when it turned into a smile.
You know, people see things. You know, it's all right, Christopher.
Yes, I'm sure it's nothing.
Bonus
But,
action makes shield snicker.
I mean, it doesn't make noise, but it does the
I
face.
know.
I'm just making sure they know. That's all. It makes the face. It just, but not the sound.
Well, that's I suppose, the first part covered. Where precisely are we all heading off to next? I suppose we could either stop by the professor's or maybe stop by Paulina's for a quick rest.
I mean, I do owe Jack a drink for being mean to him. Jack, do you want me to pay you on that?
Yeah, that'd be good. And I do owe Paulina an apology for walking in while
Do you want me to join you on that, Jack?
or whatever.
Because, I don't want you to feel like that you have to do things on your own all the time. But, like, you could join me with the professor too. I do need to talk to his robot friend.
Yeah, we should probably check up on the Clanky Bank or whatever the hell we called them.
I'll leave it up to you where you go, Jack.
Bank.
Clanky Janky Danky Banky Wanky. Alright, let's go get a drink.
Looks for Arthur.
Not here.
Is he?
Hey, Bull.
Have no worries. I've left. If you'll recall, Arthur has been accompanied both by Shella and Juno.
Oh, good.
Juno being his designated parental buddy.
Oh, thank God you decided on that. But what was Zavra?
You have a list too.
Blinks.
I can't
Jack
wait till
and
Shella gets
Christopher
older.
has one.
They have a list.
So does Arthur, apparently.
Do I need to make
My-
a list? Oh no.
My list requires a bit more explanation, but I think you can imagine Jack's list if I just mention a few names.
Paulina was one. Who is Paulina?
Oh, she's a nice, bar owner that we made friends with. She ventured with us a few times. And then,
Also on that list is the seamstress, and also Sheng Chu,
wait.
and also
Oh no.
What kind of list is it, Bull?
A list that a good fawn should not make.
She blinks a little bit and then looks at Jack. And then she's going to point her finger at his nose and she's going to say, naughty.
What?
And then she's going to walk.
and
What the
also
hell?
that named woman. You know, that woman.
Yeah, right, hold on. I'm gonna just tug on her leash a little bit. Hold on, come here.
She
What
walks
do you
back.
mean? What do you mean naughty?
Naughty.
I'm not.
You have all these women.
Oh my god, it's okay. I'm not. It's not like that with these ladies. They like to joke about that.
To joke about what?
We'll explain when I get a drink.
I'll buy you a drink, Jack, and then while you tell her,
Ooh,
I'll-
can I drink
I'll have-
too?
how old are you?
25.
Perfect.
Like, perfect.
Cole's just gonna buy those two a drink. Mainly Jack, because, well, when you hit someone hard in a way that they don't like, it'll be worthy of a drink to help make them feel better. And then I'm gonna go see Clank.
Alright, feel free to join the Wolf Stray Inn and walk right into Paulina's bar. And I assume, Arthur, you are leading the group back to the tavern to see if they went there, or what? What's your
Yeah,
intentions?
he went once Arthur was done at the Arcanium, he would have went there. It's like, okay, we didn't come up with a meetup place, so this is the best option.
Yeah, it's usually a default, right? So everybody kind of like makes it to the tavern about the same time, finishing their business as they would. Kind of like meet each other at the door, and you can clearly see Shella with these big old beady eyes looking towards Vo. But her lips are tightly sealed at the moment, Arthur. She's just not saying a word yet.
He's gonna look down. Not a word about anything.
No, nothing like that. She just kind of like darts into the tavern.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and Juno, let's get a drink.
Jack, you're not even drunk yet and you're already slurring your words.
Whatever. I'm tired.
Do you want to talk about it, or do you just really want your drink that fast?
No, just give me my drink. I'll wake up.
Okay.
What are we
We'll
giving?
walk over to Paulina. Say hi.
Hey, how's it going? Been a while since you guys been here. Been about a week, huh?
You could say that.
What's been keeping you busy?
Visiting family. Not my family, but one of our party members' family.
Oh, that's
then-
always good. I hope they had a good visit. What can I get you?
I definitely need to get Jack. You remember Jack, right? We haven't been gone that long.
Yeah, how can I
But-
forget such a colorful gentleman? She kind of like rolls her eyes a bit.
I think what you might need to do for him is basically get him a nice drink, and I don't know, ask him how he's feeling.
Is he wanting the good shit or the bootlicker?
He usually drank a lot of the good shit with me. Why not both?
Ooh, blend it in. Put a little lime in there.
Nah, don't blend it in because we also have someone that is gonna drink with him. You're gonna see someone new. She's a fawn thingy. They call them a satyr. I don't know.
I've seen worse. There's been lizard folk in here before. I don't know if you were here for that fiasco. Kind of like pointing to where she has an outdoor patio now in front of where Jack's at. Like over here.
Well, that's why we'll make sure that it won't cause
Actually,
problems.
I
But
gotta...
they're a nice person. Just say hi to them. I told them about you a little bit.
Well, I ain't gonna be mean to anybody that's a friend of yours. Don't worry about it.
Oh, good. I would stay the drink, but I do need to be able to have business with someone.
Of course, a straight mind, straight face for business, but I guess he's on pleasure time, huh?
Well, you know, I feel bad. I kind of made him upset with me a little bit ago. So, that's why I'm paying for drinks this time. She'll put down 20 gold and be like,
Uh-huh. Well, I'll take care of you guys for the rest of the night, and if you need a room.
well, 5 of the gold's a tip for you.
Oh, trust me, there's more than enough of a tip there, dear.
Well, I'll make sure he doesn't crash his head down. But I'm gonna chill for a bit and then I will make my way in like 30 minutes.
All right. Sorry, I'm drawing picnic tables out here.
Vol will slowly kind of like walk up to Christopher and being like, "Want to get yourself set up and then we head to the professor, or do you want to chill here? I could go on my own if you need me." Well, no, buddy system. Buddy system, I forgot.
Well, just as well it works out because I had my own inquiries for Clank as well, so...
We could check if anyone else wants to join. I don't think... Jack, do you want to come along, or do you want to enjoy yourself?
Come along, where?
Your professor's place.
And as she says that, Paulina comes over here with a big old tray filled with the drink, puts one down in front of you. Here you go, hon. You look like you need this. Kind of like
Thank you,
leaning over a
Paulina.
little too closely, and then walks away.
I'm just gonna, as she gets in closer, thank you, darling. And just smile a bit.
Eyes are up here, anyway. And she
Yeah.
turns to walk away.
I think, you know what, I'm gonna have a quick drink. We can drink a bit. And then I guess we could meet you there. Because, I don't know, I kind of want to check out what Smitherson has, but I don't want to deal with his
I mean,
wave.
I'm not gonna leave right away. Like, we could chill. Don't worry.
Cool. Alright, yeah, let's drink first.
I'll let you drink your things. I'm gonna chill a bit since I just need to stretch my toes. You know, eating so much beef jerky kind of gets to your feet.
I, of course, will join you. I actually wanted to discuss something, but if we're gonna be drinking.
Shella, you have a great smile there. What's going on?
Oh, you know, I've had some thoughts here lately. Where the hell
Immediately
did she
his eyes
go?
are gonna dart underneath Christopher, I think.
Christopher, did you eat Shella? Ouch, you ate me! It's not polite, Chris. Anyway.
How about this, Christopher? Do you want to discuss with us, or... I mean, why not? We could just relax and then go.
Well, yes, if it's certainly just a casual conversation among friends, why not?
Shella, do you want to play with Chinook, or did Chinook get too tired?
Oh, no, we're good. I don't need any playthings. Just stares at you.
Is there something on Fool's face, Shada?
Do I need to take it
Well-
off?
Well, yeah, there is. There's that scar going across your eye, but, you know, I didn't want to bring it up.
Oh, this one? Oh,
Mhm.
no, that's a great story to tell. Like, I
Oh.
got that from my second tour when we had to deal with some weird, Hellamite people.
Oh, yeah, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, one of them got a scimitar and tried to whack me in the face.
Wow, that's interesting. Kind of like sees Arthur out of the corner of her eye, and she's just like, okay, can't say nothing.
Are you sure that try is the operative word? Because it seems like they succeeded.
I mean, I'm not dead.
Yeah, that's a point.
But mostly just the whacking the face part, because
Oh, well,
it's on the face.
well, if it helps you understand, if it whacked me in the face, usually you die from that. I usually count my successes from the fact that I'm walking.
You know what? That is a fair standard.
Checks out to me, boss. Do you guys want to take a break here and we can kind of collect ourselves a bit?
That's kind of what I was setting up, because I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm so damn lost.
You're not that lost. Lost is in the chat anyway.
I lost.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take about a 10-15 minute break. Hopefully not too long. We're going to go ahead and turn this over to the break. But want to remind you, !raid, we are looking for 2 more people to play some Raid Shadow Legends. And if you can do that for us, you would be doing us a big boon by getting us through our promo. We'll be back here shortly, so stay tuned.
You really think you can train me to be a 6-star?
6-star? I think yes. Oh, I can't. No, do it again. Keep your shield up! Come on!
I'm ready.
Okay, tomorrow we talk about tactics.
Over 400 champions and Death Knight.
Hello, welcome back. Had to fix the background real quick there, and let me unmute there. We are coming back from the break. Hopefully you've hit that exclamation mark raid and downloaded Raid Shadow Legends. If you haven't, there's the link. Real quick, let's go ahead and head back into the action. So we're at the tavern, we're kicking back, relaxing. Jack, make a con save.
Con save also with a -3. -4.
it.
It's off
That-
20.
Still impressive.
Yeah, it's still good. So apparently you're not wasted yet. Your incredible constitution keeps you afloat even after being weakened. So in that case, unless you want to do another drink, or if you guys want to do anything else, the floor is yours. It is getting close to afternoon. Actually, I'm trying to think. When did we come? We had a comment. 4 in the afternoon. Let's do that. That sounds about right. And Potato Otter wants to give somebody a boon. They said random, so you know what that means. Roll them d20s. Highest roller gets the boon. 17 strong on Vol. Jack comes in at 4. Arthur gets a 49. I don't know how you can achieve that.
Oh my god!
I hate it, wrong guys.
17,
They
17.
broke the die.
17. I have 3 ties for first, so reroll for Arthur,
I don't think
Avra,
I'll
and
get
Vol.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get it.
And,
Jesus!
oh, so
We get
winner
Arthur.
is.
Awesome.
And here we go. Check it out. I even got it lit up so we don't have any crazy shadows or anything. It is a 2. What's a 2 on my list?
A free spell slot or ability up to max 3rd level.
Oh no. Do we even have anything? I mean, if you can also
Priority
count
dice.
All right, cool.
We've
Then-
discussed earlier that it could be used on superiority die as well.
Very well. Yeah. I just didn't know if he had anything he could burn. Well, there you go. Thank you for the donation. Well, not a donation, but a cookie donation to Crimzu as he allows them to get a boon. What is the objective now, my friends, as the scene comes back to view?
Whatever you want
Mm.
to.
Would he be drinking that much? Just like a whispering to Vol.
I mean, I did hit him pretty damn hard. But it's up to him.
I wonder if they'll let me play in here.
I mean, what do you mean play? Oh, like play music?
She
We
nods.
were gonna sword fight with stools, Jack.
Oh,
Exception
I mean,
check.
she and I.
Jealous.
Well, we can play fight later. We can do it in bed. Yeah, I'm sure she'd be
What?
fine with music. Hey, Paulina,
Yo,
want some music?
I want a lot of things, Jack, but I don't think any of it you can provide.
Can I play in here, ma'am?
Are you any good?
Jack, am I any good?
Is she any
You're
good?
Amazing. Yeah, she's good.
Stares at Christopher and Vol for confirmation.
Well, she
Go
does
ahead.
have certain talent.
I've seen her in her best and I've seen her in her worst. Doesn't hurt.
Well, I mean, it is the afternoon rush. If you want, I can allow you to play for a few moments, a half hour if you want. Just kind of
She'll nod.
let's... Alright, everybody, we got a temporary bard for tonight, or this afternoon. Welcome, what's your name, dear?
Avra?
Avra, to the side over here where she's gonna play. And she's
Is
kind
this
of
a
like...
stage?
No, but, you know, it could be, I guess, huh? Well, I feel like that's like a furnace, or not a furnace, you know, the equivalent of a furnace, which is a fireplace.
Can she crawl up on a table?
You can come over here if you want, where there's more open room.
right here.
Yeah, I would say
What is
like
with
there
these
might be.
games and winning one at a time on tables?
I know, can't keep
I
anybody
like
off
to
the table.
climb on tables.
You gotta stay off. So
No.
you're gonna play a beautiful melody for us, huh?
Hoping.
I'll
Yeah.
make performance check, yeah. And this is what we're doing for the next half hour, right? Just watching Avra play. Avra Lavigne
She
up here.
dances. She dances along with playing. But
Yep,
yeah.
Avra Lavigne starts getting her groove on and asking about the skater boy and stuff like that. And with that, roll me a D100.
Okay.
Yes, it does seem to me that that particular relationship should have ended a long time ago.
Oh, are you
She
talking
did.
about with... Oh, go ahead.
She did say, "See you later, boy." You
But
managed
yes,
to
it,
get.
it just sounds like they shouldn't have been in a relationship to begin with, if that's their dynamic.
You find 7 gold and 9 silver placed in a small pile before you as people kind of like drop some tips on you and cheering you on.
Yay. I'm
And
getting money back.
soft clap for the audience as you finish up your set. Well, that was very impressive. Maybe I could book you on a more serious note. Let
I
me
would
know when
like
you're
that.
available. If you're around, of course. Let me know when you're available.
She'll nod. And then she'll clop back over to Jack.
Cluck, cluck.
And sits on him.
That her hooves go clip clop and her ass goes clap clap.
And then we fade to
That was a good one.
black.
That was a good
No.
one.
If you want to hear the further end of that story, join our Patreon at www. Anyway, let's see what else we got. I mean, I did start a Patreon, but I don't know what to do with it yet. I don't think this is what I want to do with it, to be honest. We will, like, that's like a thing I haven't quite put together. Like, I'm still thinking about what to make the Patreon about, but I don't think I want it to be about this. We'll see, we'll see. At any rate, what do you guys want to do?
They're still on. Heading out. No point at least keeping Vol and Christopher in the dark on this.
What do you want to do?
But he's going to
Yes,
turn to
finally
them.
turned on the lights.
Click. Oh, that's much better. Oh, I got a question.
What can I do
Shella?
for you?
I want to know, do you like me?
I mean, Shella, let me be real.
Mm-hmm.
I always appreciate how much you try to help me out, because
Mm-hmm.
at first I didn't like you too much, but now I adore you.
But you don't like me, right?
No, I don't, Shella. I
Oh,
respect
no,
you
that's
like a
perfectly
teacher.
good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. What about Dorian? Do you like Dorian?
Let's not speak of Dorian.
No? Oh, that's gonna hurt his feel bad.
No, he
I'll get over it.
enjoys it.
I'll get over it.
Slowly
Okay.
brings out a dagger.
I'll check to see
but-
if she sees it.
So
Well, she'll-
I could
Go
say with
ahead.
a certain amount of authority that, based on the magazines he's left behind, I'm fairly certain that he won't be harmed.
But Shella, why are you asking
Hmm?
me these questions so suddenly?
No reason. She hears a soft click of a dagger go off.
Like, that was like massive, like...
Click. There's a loud clicking noise. Seems to resonate from behind you, Vol, as you return to talk to Shella.
Oh, Arthur, are you okay? Is there something going on? Should I... She puts her hand on her blade.
Shella slowly walks away from her stool.
Shella, do you see as well?
And
Arthur,
you
why
turn to,
aren't you speaking?
yeah, you turn to see Shella walking away.
Motherfucker. I have some mute. Nothing. I promise you it's nothing. As he's just gonna lean over and give Shella the evil eye.
Yeah, that's when she jumps off her stool and scurries away.
Oh, she didn't answer my question. Puts her hand away from the blade. Bonus action makes shield curious.
Question mark, shield facing up.
I mean, should you really be asking these questions?
She's a curious thing. Like, she teaches me the way of the wind pretty well, but like, I don't think she knows about the world as much. So I'm used to her asking me questions all the time. Like, why do I have white streaks in my hair? Why do I have this scar? Why are you so ticklish on this spot? She asks me weird things.
Out of curiosity, which spot is this?
Where'd you get that birthmark?
Oh. I don't know which one to answer. Vol's gonna look like, I mean, I think it's normal for everybody to have that spot. You don't need to really ask me that, Arthur. And Shella, I told you, we never speak of that spot.
Shella's not there.
And
You turned to see Christopher taking her space.
Oh,
insight to see how badly she is ticklish? Fucking 13?
I wouldn't fuck a 13 to be honest.
Paulina
okay.
is right there.
Yeah, oh, I mean, well, that's true. I guess you would in this case. Sorry. I was thinking of the number 13, not if they scored a 13. I mean, there are 2 humps in it. You know what? I retract my thought. A 13 would be pretty good.
Okay. Let's see, a 13. Let's
Deception,
just
I
say
guess.
the armor protects more than spots. So, there's your hint.
Right, Arthur, you seemed interested in saying something before Shada spoke up.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
What'd you have in mind?
So, do you remember back with Shangju? Perchance? No, hopefully?
It happened just earlier today.
You mean, yeah, like, that didn't occur so long. She's fun to play with, but I will never let her know that her daughter might not like me. But we don't talk about that. What about that?
I met with certain someone and their daughter.
Oh.
He looks really hopeful that they forgot.
Oh, you know what? I do seem to recall a conversation about you inquiring about some girl.
I hope you guys forgot. Yeah, I have a mess to clean up, and it's all the way at the Arcana. I did find a way to get there quickly by use of a lot of money in Elverina, but it is kind of out of the way. And we do have to also mention the fact that there is a probability that I could get annihilated.
Can you tell us why? Like, I think you don't want to be annihilated again. A third time.
Wait, what was the third time?
I don't mean like dead. I meant more like you were just screwed up pretty badly.
Oh.
Death is one of those.
As he's just gonna kind of... Well, he's just gonna lean in really close. Well, I may or may not have basically ripped up this person's life, forced her out of house and home by killing her parents.
You did what?
Oh.
Paulina just kind of like turns her attention there.
Is this about your dark past that you told me about it before? And your...
Very much so.
Let me.
Christopher just casually
ahead.
slides 10 gold and shares a look with Paulina.
Oh, don't worry. I wasn't gonna say anything. I just thought it was weird to hear. She takes the 10 gold.
Long
Yes, yes.
story.
Yes,
if
I do agree that that particular detail probably could have been said quieter.
So, let me ask this, Arthur. Who would eliminate you? Or annihilate you?
Who would absolutely disintegrate me the moment they got the chance? Well, let's see here. Her, anybody that might be trying to help her, really any mage in there if they realize what I've done.
I mean, I get that. I mean, someone particularly, like, would they recognize you instantly?
He just shakes his head. Look, I'm a changeling. I could change shape.
Then, are you just afraid that they'll just recognize you in a different way?
I can't tell you what I'm afraid because I don't know what I'm afraid of. Honestly, death doesn't even scare me that much. If I'm being honest.
How can we help? Because it sounds like you're struggling more with yourself than them, because it sounds like you could just be anyone and approach them. Like, do you want me to talk with them so that you don't get annihilated?
No. The problem isn't the death. Again, it's...
I mean, it does get costly after
Okay.
a while.
Oh.
Sorry,
Yes, God.
that was the guy. You're welcome. Yeah, I will. Going back to Dylan.
It's the fact that I'm basically walking back into my own past and staring one of my greatest failures in the face. Trying to make amends for something that there can be no amends for.
I mean, that might be the reality of it, but you're trying to make amends regardless, right?
Well, yes.
What matters in this case, though, let's play it this way. And Christopher, you could tell me if you agree with this or not, but if you try to make amends as best you can and they still say no with the great vengeance behind their heart, that's okay because you tried. It's not okay what you did, but trying to get the act of forgiveness shows that you're actually caring of what you did, right?
And even if, and I do believe that perhaps the greater point to be made here is that, as I said, even if this girl does not forgive you for what has already occurred, the best way to make amends is simply to no longer be the person that caused the act to begin with. In other words, making a promise for the future rather than dwelling on the mistakes of the past.
Right. You said it, you literally said what I was gonna say. Thank you, Christopher. And if it makes you feel better, we'll help you out. I know I will.
He's just gonna kind of lay a hand on her shoulder. Thank you.
Don't mention
Really?
it.
If we're gonna go, we might want to do that after Smith's spawn, because we might want to just jump from there to Time War.
That shouldn't be too hard. If we go to Arcana, I think we could teleport from there and then go to Timor. Like I said, I'm not in my rush of things. We go there when it works, but if you have things you need to do on the way, it's not a problem for me.
Effectively, we can teleport to time or anywhere at any time. Just so, as you said, it's not particular rush to get to time, or especially since there's no specific urgency to get there.
If you like, well, first things first. Yeah, let's go to Smithers Moths first, and then. Do you think you might need to transform into something else, Arthur?
I have an idea in mind already.
You definitely don't want to go as you are.
That would be pretty messed up.
Would
Not
be,
gonna
wouldn't
lie.
Or maybe
But-
you do. Boy, that'd be interesting.
Papa? I thought you died!
Whoa, no, we gotta play this out. So let's see what Arthur decides, huh?
Right, but anyway.
And then we'll do the reverse history if he decides something else.
Right. But Vol will then sit up and be like, Jack, you good?
Yeah, good.
Just checking it because I think I'll start heading off.
Yeah, so he's a bit distracted.
I'm very aware because
Yeah.
when you're like, oh, no one can see it.
Can you make the audience aware in case I can't read?
So while everyone is having their important conversation at the bar, Jack, after Evra's performance, she sat on Jack. He accepted his fate. Fed her some berries. She got comfortable and curled up on him.
Uh-huh.
He wrapped his arm around her, started, like in a comfortable kind of cuddling thing. She...
Then there was talking about the sidekick thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. So
You
they're
wanna
kind
read
of
the ERP. You should watch chat. Anyway.
yeah.
And
So
they try
they're
to... And I love the fact that they go like, oh, I hope no one saw, and then Vol, with her 21
Yeah.
perceptions, like, I see everything.
Yeah. You saw.
I
saw that.
see everything!
Yeah. So he's gonna give Evra some of his drink.
I'll drink
You
it.
drink. Give me a Constitution saving throw. Should be good at these. Yeah, starting out, but that is pretty low for you, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You get a good swig of it. You could do the that was delicious kind of look, and then you realize it wasn't as delicious as you thought. It was just those berries mixing into the drink, and then you just kind of like feel your head get lightheaded, and words start to slur. You're not quite yourself, but you're not quite unconscious.
Another one.
Yeah.
Well, Christopher, you want to join? And Arthur?
Oh, where are you guys going?
We're gonna go see Smithers Moth. I was gonna invite you too, so you could see Prawn.
Oh, absolutely. I gotta see how he's doing.
Did you mean Prod?
You know, I'm sorry, I'm embarrassed. I always forget his name. I only met him for a little bit.
It's okay. I'll prod him when I get there.
Oh, I'm gonna remember that.
Evra,
I have
do you
suddenly
wanna...
had the realization for how he obtained that name.
Evra, do you want to join them at Smithers Mons, or do you want to stay here?
I'm staying with you.
Okay. Yeah, we're kind of comfortable. I can always use Smithers Mon later. I'm not gonna try to. Yeah, he's in that kind of like cat owner. Well, the cat's laying on me, so there's no way I can ever get up again.
Dare to sit down.
Basically, Sheila means something of a teasing nature whenever she runs into Prod. For that insight check. Alright. Everybody going, or are we just leaving anybody behind? Who are we leaving?
It looks like we're leaving Jack and Abra.
So you two
Jack,
stand up.
Abra, and their
Juno.
buddy parent.
Yeah, Juno, I will make sure they don't get far and enjoy many drinks. I have brought more drinks for you. Puts down 2 of the good shit.
He also happens to now be wearing like a server's outfit. Paulina wanted to know if I wanted to help, and
Yeah, that would be fair, right?
I'm imagining him
helping.
in a tuxedo, and he looks really good in a tuxedo.
Nah, I want to see him in a. I want to see him in a apron, to be honest.
I'm surprised they had one in my size.
Would you like to have breakfast or a bath or me? Nah.
You know, you're just ruining his purity.
I
You're ruining his
did. I'm
purity.
awful. I'll
Terrible.
go silent. I'm awful. Bye, guys.
But yeah, I will say Juno goes around and helps Paulina as one of her waitresses for the day, or waiter. I'm here to take your order, but I'm going to go ahead and give these to you because Paulina said they were on the house. I don't know what a house has to do with it, but here you go. To Abra and Jack.
So take it.
You drink it?
I am drinking. I am nursing it.
Nursing it. Okay, that's definitely not going to make you roll right away.
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna try to make my drink last longer than hers.
Fair enough. No, that's fair. That's the thing.
Patricia, you're going down.
Oh my goodness. And here's where I burn all your cookie clusters. Before we burn your cookie clusters, let's follow the rest of the gang to Professor Smithersmon's estate. Straight to it, right? No side trips, nowhere you need to go beforehand, right?
No, we just hop on the zip line.
Zzz, and you zip on over to the estate, which maybe at one point you will need to zip in because... Ah, perfect, you found my zip line. I didn't think you would find it in time, but that's the only way into the estate at the moment since we have a giant wall blocking everything. Anyway, you make it to the estate, you're able to see a project being worked on. There's definitely a lot of scaffolding, and there's a lot of boards that are blocking the view of whatever's inside there. It's not as big as the airship was, but there does seem to be noise being hammered out. And as you kind of like enter into the yard, you can see Professor Smithersmon pulling some goggles up, and a large robotic familiar face behind him just kind of like handing him a drink, as Clank kind of like leans down and gives him a drink, and he just takes a sip and then looks off to the side. Ah, excellent! Visitors! Come on in! How may I be of service to you today? Wait a minute. You're the ones that are with... Where is he?
For what it's worth, he's alive and well. Now.
He's a dangerous one, that one. I don't know where he gets off with half of his thought process to exploit the science for devastation, to create situations that are unnecessary and unneeded, to cause hardships to people who may have not been, the person incurring them, or giving power to those who shouldn't. I digress, though. What brings you into the neighborhood?
Well, I know at the very
ahead.
least, Vol and I actually had some questions for Clank.
Oh, did you hear that, Clank? They're here to visit you today. Clank is happy to hear that you are interested in my well-being. How may I be of service?
So, would you prefer to go first, Vol, or...
mine might be a bit intense, possibly. Do you want to ask them first, or is yours as intense as mine?
Your indecisiveness has been noted.
Well, that sort of depends, as Christopher is going to, like, walk up to Clank. Clank, do you perhaps remember owning a pet shop?
Kind of like tilts its head for a moment and thinks. Searching database. Information corruption has been found. Have been unable to format fully. Would you like for me to format this information?
Just side eyes to the professor. I'm sorry, what did they mean by format?
Sometimes he comes across memories he can't bring to the foreground, and, well, formatting would not be what we would want. That would totally delete it as he tries to make that space available again. Clay, can you decrypt instead? I believe is the term. Decrypt. Decryption fell. Several attempts have been made. Pet shop unknown. It's quite possible he might have been involved with pet shops or what have you. Apparently, his data seems to trail him to many different locations. He seems to be aware that he's been in Citadel, the Southern Isles, Timor, and parts of Parenthia, but he doesn't know exactly all the details. You might be able to trigger something else if you keep asking him questions, but I don't know to what extent he can answer them. But you never know, you might find something that's not corrupted.
So, just thinking on it for a moment.
While you're thinking, the professor's pulling out a notepad and taking notes.
So, well then, Clank, perhaps you don't remember the pet shop, but perhaps you remember passing in a Barga Cove, in the Southern Isles.
I'll have him make a history check now. Aberga. The word has been corrupted, but a cove does come to mind. How may I be of service?
So there just seemed to be I suppose they did say that they didn't know the previous owner, they just took it over. So, but, I think he's trying to think, like, what other things he could draw upon. I mean, I guess maybe it's a momentary illusion, and a bit on the a bit smaller scale, but but Christopher kind of like waves his hand a bit, and like a miniature version of the pet shop that they were in, like, appears over his hand. So, does this building look familiar?
This building's architecture dates back to the previous. It kind of like gives you a little history of what it is, but he's just stating structural data, like when it was created, where it's from, and then he kind of like trails off. Owner unknown.
Unfortunate. As Christopher just looks over to Professor. We were speaking with the owner of this particular shop. They took it over, but seemed to describe, well, actually, what was the name of the shop? It's actually escaping me.
I think it was actually Clake's pet shop. Let me double check though.
All right.
Yeah, I got the one note here for it somewhere. Yeah. Let me double check though. I'm pretty sure.
Like, all I really know is that
Clank's
in addition to it actually literally called a Clank's Exotic Pets, they did describe it as never having met them personally, but apparently it was run by a person of mechanical nature. So it just felt like the coincidence was a bit too strong.
It does seem that way, and I do think you might be onto something. The fact that he cannot remember clearly states that there must be something there that he's trying to trigger. Interesting. And he just jots all this information down.
So, unfortunately, I don't know much more about what could have been their movements to
jog further memory, but perhaps if he could ever return to the area and speak to others, perhaps he might have a bit of a jogging from it.
That is a particular ideal that I've been debating on. Once we get the, he kind of like looks around as if looking for Jack, the new project in order, we will probably see about heading out that way eventually.
If it's the project I suspect, we'll keep quiet.
Indeed. Last thing we need to do is to create a device to drop motor on top of people. But I digressed. You said that maybe you had a question for him. Perhaps, dear? Looks to Vol. Please.
Yeah. Plank, I think when I last met you, you talked about knowing something with the name Julius when I first mentioned. I don't know if I gave you the full name, but it might be Julius Rotmere that you might be remembering about.
Decryption unlocked. Just hear like a soft click. How
She
may I
broke
be
the
of service?
first seal.
How may I be of service to you? Let's see here. What is the name that you're... He would use the name, not Vol, because Vol's not your original name, right?
Volupia Rotmere.
Volupia Rotmere. You have... How may I be of service to you?
I would like to know as much info as you do about the name Julius Rotmere or anything with the Rotmere name. And if that doesn't help you too much, North Timor Yagi is a place that connects with that.
Alright. Real quick here, we're going to paint a story together because I want to make sure the information that you dumped on me gets distributed properly in this scene here. Because, let's see here, I'm just looking up some of our old notes together. So I think most of them were about boozing. Alright, so you work with me on this because this is kind of like what I've had planned out. So he starts to mention the date and times of around when your father was alive. And then it's almost like in a journal format. Julius Rotmere states, like on this particular day, that an accident has been made. The creation that he thought he was going for did not do what he assumed it would do. The person who hired him for these said experiments seems to have stolen his research and created a biosphere of hazards, which required people to start evacuating, required people to quarantine away from Yagi. Does this track so far? I want to make sure I got it right for you.
If you're gonna play with that mentality, yeah, I could track with that. The only thing I might ask that would make Vol really kind of like pinpoint is like they would mention like if it was like a journal entry, a date, right?
Yeah, like an exact date of time.
So this would be the question that maybe Vol would pop in her head. It's like she would think back on exactly what day that was. Would it be before the horrifying incident, or would it be after the horrifying incident? After means that he was still alive, where before is that he saw it coming.
Yeah, this would be the point where he saw it coming. So he's definitely like making mental notes.
Okay.
Or using his construct to help him take notes, because he's realizing that the environment he's creating isn't going to be humane, and that probably the only thing that can help him in his research is someone of his nature. Somehow Clink has found your father and spent time with him before it was too late for him. So your father survives before the rest of your family dies, or is it the other way around?
To you, I'll let you play with it, because in
I
Vol's
feel
case,
like
she knows. Go ahead.
Okay, so I feel like he would have tried to find ways to circumvent it so that he can survive to try to fix this. Kind of like, what's that one movie where Will Smith is like the scientist and he's trying to fix the zombie apocalypse? We're having a
Oh, I Am
flashback to
Legend?
that, right? Yeah. I Am Legend. So it's kind of like that scenario. Like he's trying to do what he can to survive and try to figure out the cure for himself. So he's trying to find a way to get rid of this, what he has deemed the scarlet poison. And as he's trying to find these cures, like he's circumventing himself, unfortunately unable to protect all of his family. He sent you away, right?
Yeah,
Or
because I was basically getting the early stages and
realizing
basically
realizing he was too late for your mother and your brother.
up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I just
We'll
making
play with
sure
it.
that's in it. I mean, your brother did exist, is what I'm asking, right?
Yeah, he existed.
Okay, and yeah, he declared them both dead. Like, there's this audio file that pops in where Clank's voice disappears, and then you hear your father's voice for a moment stating the time, the date, and his regrets for not being able to save the ones he loved. That he did everything he could to at least send you away. And then that audio file clicks off, and then Clank's eyes kind of like divert back for a moment, and then he just grows silent for a moment as if he's either waiting for you to say something or he doesn't have anything else to offer at the moment.
Well, I know how Vol would react because this would kind of be like in a very emotional moment when she starts hearing her father's voice.
Mm-hmm. And
Like-
it's spot on, yeah.
Like spot on to the point where it's like she could just reminisce being back where nothing bad happened and just hanging out with her father, her mother, little brother, and not like, immediate, but like tears just run down her eyes, just like stone
Even the
surprise
shield
look.
starts to cry. You see Arthur, Shella, and Christopher. You see Vol kind of like not breaking maybe, but definitely the waterworks are coming on. I think Shella would be like, Vol? You're leaking.
Arthur's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna give her a hug. A hug as long as she needs.
Sorry. I haven't heard that in a long time.
These records end at this point. Gosh, I keep forgetting your name. What is your name?
Volupia.
Volupia. It is
If
my
you were-
apologies that these are causing you to water, to drain. But if I may be of service, I will do what I can to make amends.
I just need to know. And she's
Mhm.
just gonna clarify the date, how many days before the event occurred. Like, this is like, if you describe it as like I Am Legend, he's basically doing the same thing, but in his case, he's trying to do it before it goes bad. But the problem is it's too late. So he's
Yeah. Like he maybe had a day to do it, but he's like, everything's going according to plan. Nothing should be going wrong, and then all of a sudden, like at the last minute, he realized, oh, shit, And yeah, it would have been within a day, if even that. Like, it would even be hard to tell if he was able to even react, because it's already been going on for about a day, and he didn't even know it. And then when he finally got to it, it was already too far spread within Yagi, and seeing people starting to die at that point, he knew that he had to call the mayor to evacuate the city, call everybody to, leave their homes or risk dying, as they did start to see like a black plague. As a matter of fact, he even cloaked it for a while, that there's some kind of black plague happening. And as one of the either research or doctor or some kind of scientifical field here offered his advice to just kind of like steer them away so that he could try to do this without making him the like the perp. But then again, it wasn't him, but he feels responsible. You could definitely tell, like, a lot of these notes make it look like he feels responsible for this. but in order to keep what little respect he has within the community, with his nobles, he shrugs it off at first as a black plague that has started to take the city, and that everybody should seek refuge and quarantine away until this problem blows over. But it wasn't long after that the red, or the scarlet poison, gets its full name and knowledge is spread before he passes away. So I guess, like, in an instance, Clank might even have documentations of that day, of his final day, but he hasn't exposed that to you. So this is just like above table knowledge, and I just sharing it because I want to make sure I'm on par with what you think is happening. But I feel like, oh, go ahead.
No, like, I kind of agree with that. I wouldn't say he would know everything if it's like a journal entry, because, like, for example, like, I know in Vol's case, she probably knew about her mom passing.
Mm-hmm.
The brother situation, it could have been just like how she was kind of shoved away to go be helped, and she doesn't know what the brother situation. But I will stick with the father situation because she didn't think he was actually dead. And Clank saying, like, hey, I was there.
Honestly,
final
he
journal
hasn't.
entry.
Well, he hasn't said any. Like, he has it, but I don't think he's said it yet. I'm just verifying information before, if it comes up. Like, he stopped with the current motion just because he already seen you processing, and at the same time he's processing. He's still decrypting things, and he says this is the end of what I know at the moment.
Vol's kind of like, okay, then I know that Vol would kind of like, you know, be kind of stunned by it for a bit and be like, I have 2 more questions. One might make me end, so I'm gonna say the other one first.
Lupian, please ask your question so I may be of service.
Who was the other person he was working with? He said that, and you kind of see a small burning fury kind of pop in her face. He said that it was someone else that took his work, or someone just did something. Is that in your records? Do you have a name, or how he came involved with my father?
He seems to lull it over for a moment. The further process of these documentations have still been corrupted. Decryption not found. Would you like to format? And Professor Smith responds like, no.
Then I'll have to find the son of a bitch. But anyway, my final question then, Clank.
At your
because
service.
Were you there for the whole time he's been around, or did you leave before you found anything of him left? Like, were you there? Is he alive? And you kind of see Vol actually kind of like small hope kind of popping in her eyes, just like she's not wanting to deny it.
Attempting decryption. And his eyes kind of like go dull for a moment, and then they light back up, and a conversation. Familiar voice. Your father. And it goes like, Clank, I don't have long to live here. And this is like hush whispers, like he's gasping for air. I need to inform everybody that what has happened here. The perp, that son of a bitch, who stole my work, has created a utopia of hell here. And now, people are rising from the grave. And I'm afraid, Clank, that if you were to stay here, all of our data, all of our research, to try to fix this would be lost. I need you to find my daughter. You will recognize her with this here. And you can kind of like hear a clasping as if like a locket or something's being opened. When you do, share what knowledge you have here with her. Help her in any way she needs it. And bring Yagi back to its prosperous times. And then it grows quiet for a bit, but there's like that hush sound, like a recording is still taking place. And then the file just ends. The eyes dim again and then light back up as if he's coming out of a process. And then he stares at you in sadness, if a robot could share it. My apologies for the relaying of that information. Decryption was successful, however.
I kind of like basically the just sad sorrow of like hope has been crushed. I think I need to be alone for a bit.
You sure, Vo? I mean, we can hold hands if it makes you feel better.
I don't want people to look at me like this. I'm sorry. And then Vol's gonna just start walking off a little bit.
It would seem your friend needs a little bit of air, and she has been delivered some very interesting probabilities. Clank, how accurate is all that information you have relayed upon us? The information stated was 99% within spec. Most information came directly from Julius. Well, then, there you go. Apparently there was a connection with Clank here and whatever she's going through. I've worked on Clank and pretty much brought him back to spec, but still a lot of his memory is scrambled. But if you wish to take him with you, perhaps, maybe you can bring him back online to be fully efficient. But I probably wouldn't rely on him in combat.
But I'm certain with our
Thinking on it for a moment.
more responsible members, we could keep him safe while also giving the exposure that he needs.
Ah, right. Real quick though. Clank. Yes, Professor. If you run into my student, known as Jack Van, whatever he wants to call himself, and he shows the wanted poster. This asshole cowboy, if you would. Ah, yes, asshole cowboy, entered into directory. Yes, if you see him, do not allow him to make any modifications that would make it violent for you. I would like to preserve you as a peaceful creature. Understood. If you wish to have him join you on your adventure, that is. Otherwise, Vo might still not appreciate, or maybe she would. I don't know exactly, but Clank was just sent here for repairs. Perhaps we should ask Clank, if it's okay with you, of course, if you would like for him to join. So, Clank, it will be your decision if they say it's okay. Understood, Professor. Would you like for me to assist you on your journeys?
So, well, if you are fully prepared to accept some of the risk, there is a bit of trouble that sometimes follows us. For
Just flashing back to not even a day ago.
Yeah. There might even be a thunderstorm that's just kind of like overhead for, natural reasons, but just reminding us also of another event.
But anyways, though, if you are prepared for that risk, I think maybe Vor would appreciate having something from before, even if bittersweet.
Very well. Then it is with my greatest pleasure I join your party.
Arthur, could you perhaps do me a favor?
Yep, I'm on it. he's just gonna throw up his hood on his cloak and just kind of go Margaret for a bit.
Okay.
Cloak of invisibility, by the way.
Yep. You disappear. Make a stealth check just to add how well you're being quiet. I mean, we won't
Yeah.
see you, but I want to make sure you're not making noise. I mean, you're Arthur, so I say that
Proceeds
you're
to
gonna
rip
roll a
a
one.
huge fat one.
Yep. No, that's a yep. And we know her passive perception, don't we?
Yeah, I'm a 21.
I mean, I would say like it's kind of rained a little bit here and there, and there's like puddles that are like out by the gate. I don't know exactly how far you went. How far away from the estate did you go? Like, are you on the streets or are you just outside?
Well, I would have walked away far enough that people wouldn't be able to look at me.
Well, not, if you'll permit me, Vol, perhaps she purposefully looks into the rainy sky just so it looks like she's just
Yeah.
getting wet from the sky.
There you go.
Yeah, if you want to go for that, I'm down for that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of picture you like you just came in a little bit into the estate, and it doesn't take long to get quickly out of it, and you're just kind of like behind that wall and just kind of like looking up there and seeing the rain starting to drizzle down. There's puddles around you, and then you just kind of like hear the splash as someone's stepping in it. You look around, you don't see anyone, but you heard it.
I'm filled with a lot of things. I'm filled with sadness that I'm alone for real this time. But I'm also I kind of just like see Vol slowly getting more angry. And they kind of like just punch whatever is nearby. I'm also filled with rage by the fact that there's a goddamn whoremonger that did all this.
Come up with a creative name for him now. Whoremonger.
I don't want to feel like this, but goddamn, I will, in my power of as much as I have in my life, even if I have to destroy everything I hold or anything that's before me, I will kill that son of a bitch. I promise that. And that anger might grow even more dark.
The storm kind of like cracks a bit of thunder as if resounding your threat.
Arthur is going to walk forward and just place a hand on her shoulder.
You see footsteps in water without feet, and then a shoulder feels a hand.
It's
But you
fine
kinda knew.
to feel loss. It's fine to feel anger at what people have done. And I 100% agree. Whatever happens, he probably needs to be put down. But you also need to remember, you're not alone here. You do have us. For the love of every god in this world, be careful what you do. I was angry at myself, angry at the world, what happened to Agatha, and I took it out on innocence. And well, you know how that story ends.
The rain starts pouring down a little bit harder at this point.
I'll try. And I wish I could keep a promise on that, but I learned 2 things today. One shows that my father had hoped that I could fix it. But 2, that I truly have an enemy to kill. And possibly just end this horror. No matter what reason they have, I will end their horror. Their reign of torment.
You'll say nothing, but just keep his hand there.
Vol will kind of just like cover her face with her arm, kind of like rubbing her face. But she's not gonna unmove away because it's like, yeah, no, she does like the company of like someone actually being there to listen. So she'll just sit in the rain for the most of the time till Christopher is done, and then everybody's like, she'll do the walk of shame with like her face being puffy and all that jazz. But no one can blame her.
So, Christopher, as you confirm that Clink is in your party, you hear him say, "Item acquisition has been unlocked." And he kind of like reaches into his internals and pulls out a small box.
Oh, quite. I do believe I heard something in the recording. This is for...
Flupia.
Yes, quite right.
And I guess maybe as she's walking in,
Vol?
Yes.
I was about to say, she
do
really
believe-
quiet.
No, I did that on purpose. Don't worry.
Okay.
I do believe that
Mm,
perhaps your father has left something for you.
an item that has been allowed for me to give to you upon joining your party. And he offers you like this, I kind of want to imagine it like a brass circular, almost like an egg shape, but it has like a small lid at the top where it kind of like opens up, almost like a jewelry box of sort, but very small. And it's ornate, and he hands it to you. And
Oh.
do you take it?
She'll take it, and I'll add some flavor to it for you, Star. She'll take it and kind of go like, oh, my heart just is breaking more.
There's a soft click as soon as you take it, as it unlocks. You're able to open a lid on it.
I don't think you know this, guys, but this is what my mother used to have. And then she'll just slowly open up the box.
As you open up the box, you can see spiraled down at the bottom of it a golden locket, or at least a band of gold, and a ornate locket that your dad used to carry around that had a picture of you, your little brother, your mother, and himself. Do you pick it up or open it or anything?
She'll just kind of like, even before she opens it, she'll just kind of put this locket to her forehead. Trying to like hold back the welling feelings of like, for one, I'll be real, Star. Damn it, you're trying to make me cry!
Ah, yes.
I'm getting
I'm-
weepy-eyed. Stop!
I'm not
wanna
done
cry.
with you yet. I'm not done with you yet.
Ah, my heart.
Alright, but do
Like,
you open the locket?
I do, because she'll finally just kind of go like, open it up, pop.
As it opens up, a sheaf of paper floats out. And of course, you see within the locket the picture that, your dad was so proud of and always carried around his neck. But the sheaf of paper kind of like falls into your other hand. And I assume you look at it, right?
Yeah, like she'd probably be curious, like,
It just says 1261 Cherish Lane.
hold on. I'm gonna type that in right now. Hold on.
I will copy paste it to you too, like in
Thank
our
you.
chat here. That way we're on the same page.
Would that be significant to Vol?
Give me a history check.
History!
And then weirdly enough, there's a lipstick mark just underneath it.
Oh
No.
dear God.
No. I'm trying to make her cry, guys. Get off that nonsense right now. Okay.
I am teary-eyed.
I'm going in for the kill, guys. This is an address somewhere in Yagi. You've never been to it. You're not aware of exactly where, but you recognize it as an address within the city. Like, you've heard of Cherish Lane, but you don't know exactly where this is.
What is all this? Kind of looks up and looks at Clank. It's like,
I don't know, ma'am. The item was to be given to you upon joining you.
I'm so confused.
Perhaps proper investigation should be held.
I would agree.
I shall assist you as best I can.
I gladly accept that.
Confirmation of fully accepting. Confirm. Hi, my name is Clank. I am here to be your service and take notes of any adventures that you have. Please let me know if there's any way I could be of any shape or form of help. Kind of like a cheerful tone, even though this is like a terrible moment to be doing the welcome speech.
Full, even though she's like said yes, she'd be like, alright, I'm not gonna lie, Christopher, I need you to do this. I don't think I can handle that. Kind of like actually now breaking.
And
About to say,
Arthur.
you can select the mood by clicking.
Arthur is just gonna develop Vol.
She'll just rest her head on their shoulder, just kind of like not looking at them, but literally just like, oh hey, I can rest my head. I could be really sad.
You feel a claw hand kind of like take yours as Shella just quietly takes your hand. I'm going in for the kill, guys. Don't worry.
I don't want to cry, sir.
Well, tough. All I know is tragedy. Because that's what you wrote. Anyway, as Professor Smitherspawn watches you all with interest, of course, and tactfulness, he tries to let you guys kind of like air out your own situation. He's been quietly observing. Do take good care of Clank. If you need any repairs, you're more than welcome to bring him back. I will be quick to do what I can. And like I said, Clank, do not allow Jack to make any modifications that would make you a violent machine. Understood, Professor. Advice has been taken. Asshole Cowboy will not have any directives towards changing my physicality. Well, that's about the best I could do for you. Cheer up, girl. I'm sure it'll be a good thing to know that your father still cared for you, and he's just a scientist trying to comfort someone who is emotionally dissonant at the moment. do find these situations a little difficult. Would you care to come in for tea or something? I feel terrible leaving you out here like this. Oh, this weather is getting nasty.
I think I just need to take a nap, or I think I'll be okay. I'll figure it out.
Well, if you decide to come back and visit, I'd be more than happy to see how Clank has come along. I do hope he becomes a valuable asset to you, of course, and all I can do is offer you maintenance if you need the help. I really am truly sorry. I need...
I do have one question that I did
yes.
forget to ask.
Please.
Did you figure out that request I asked you about?
Remind the DM again.
I asked about, like, gas mask stuff, and he went like, oh, like, what about a hazmat suit? That's even better.
Okay, yeah, actually. Oh, yes, that there. Yes, I have been doing some experiments lately. To be fair, there's some places in Smathphonica that are very gassy, if you know what I mean. But we've been researching a few breathalyzers. I have a prototype that I started. I have 2 of them, actually. Would you like to take one with you? I can't guarantee that it's 100%, but it could definitely help.
I'll take it. And we'll give it a shot.
Well, come inside for a little bit. Let's not all get wet, shall we? And he'll usher you all inside quickly so you're not in this rain that is falling. And, unless you got anything else to say to him, he will quietly wander off. Go ahead and make yourself at home, have a seat. I'll make some tea if you want to stay a little longer. Otherwise, let me go get that for you. Wanders upstairs to a room. You can hear banging noises every now and then he comes back down. And he has like this facial mask that you can tie around your head that kind of has like a breathing apparatus that will, with like these 2 tube-like attachments that act as filters. And he passes it off to you. You can call it a breathing apparatus, experimental, or something to remind you that it's from Professor Smitherspawn and is still experimental.
Yeah, sure. I will do that. I'll type it as just rebreather.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll say
rebreather. I like the name of that. I call it the rebreather.
But sadly, and I wish Full would be more chatty, but the problem is, like, nah, she's basically just called it saddest news. Like, she probably would just be quiet, but everybody else can ask him questions.
Real quick, if I may, a artificer is capable of making sending stones, yes or no?
Yes, that's one of the first.
Yeah.
In fact, if he's high enough level, he can literally make one in a matter of days.
Yeah, and so he might have a few of these laying around. He's like, you may have further questions later, and I know now's not the right time to be asking them, but I'd be more than happy to stay in touch with you. And he hands you a particular stone. This thing is tied to a stone that I currently have. Well, I'll keep it on me just in case, but it's currently upstairs. But I'll be sure to wear it in case you give me a call and you need information or anything of that nature. Hopefully that will put your mind at ease, and also you can let me know how Clake's doing.
I'll keep that in mind, Professor. Thank you.
No, thank you. I mean, nothing else. You're helping yourself and Clank at the same time. Did we still want that tea? He kind of like looks like he's getting ready to go make it.
I'm gonna leave it to the party members. I'm basing off of them if they want to run back or not.
I mean, we could take you back to the tavern. Go ahead, Chris.
It's just like trying to consider things for a moment. Vol, perhaps you might want to relax yourself a bit first before arriving. So perhaps maybe a tea might do you some good.
Excellent. I'll make a chamomile.
Would you like to join me, Arthur, and the tea? Same thing with you, Christopher. And Shella, of course.
She gives your hand a squeeze.
There. I'm with you until this is all over.
You're stuck with me, so get over yourself.
And then Arthur thinks to himself, maybe I could punch Shella.
While you think that Vol kind of put her whole hand on your...
Shella.
Basically, I'm gonna put a hand on Arthur's shoulder and go like... I know. I also can't disappoint Christopher in... I need to be a good professor eventually, right?
Of course.
A smile, nod.
You guys hear the whistles and banging of an instrument of some sort. Not an instrument, but a mechanical creation of some sort, as the tea seems to be instantly made almost. As a boiling pot of tea is kind of like percolating in this little machine apparatus that he has. It pours itself into a pot, and then he brings it over with cups, with creams and honeys and sugars, and offers you each a glass or a cup of chamomile tea to decorate as you see fit. And Clank pulls the cup towards him, opens up his gullet, and then you just kind of like hear a percolating noise from inside him.
Is that okay?
I do believe he's holding on to it for later, in case somebody else wishes to consume it.
Oh god, no, imagine, like, Jack was like, I could go for tea. Clank unzips.
No, he spits it to a cup. Here you go. No, we're not that PG on that one. We don't want Clank to look like a monster. Jeez.
But honestly...
Yeah, only beer comes out that end.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. But yeah, no, basically, I think it's just gonna be a now relaxing moment where Vol's trying to keep herself calm with her companions. Don't be dead! No, dead!
Thank you, Stody, for the 100 biddies. I don't think it's going to cheer her up at all, though.
Ah!
But as Vol is consoled, and your time here at the manor kind of like blends in a bit, it does start to get a little later, and probably concerns of what Jack, Juno, and Avra are up to might cause a sudden need to go back. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. What would you guys like to do?
Cloud off in the distance.
Aye.
What did Jack do this time?
Juno, you were supposed to watch him. I did watch.
That's all I did. I told him no, but he would not listen. But yeah, at which case, like, eventually the tea, yeah, unless there's any conversation over the tea you guys want to have, you do find yourselves ready to head back whenever you're ready. The doc or the professor will be like, well, it was nice having you all, and you visit if you need to, and you get in touch with me in case something happens. Do me a favor, don't let Jack know you have access to that.
As I said, our lips are sealed.
Until we have a proper conversation about etiquettes and world... just frustrates me, that boy. Doesn't understand. And I do apologize for nagging about him, and without his presence, it's not fair for someone not to be able to defend themselves, so please forgive me for my misbehaving, I guess it is, but... I had such high hopes for him. Yes?
So, if you're particularly interested, sometime this evening I could show you a particular form of admonishing.
Oh? Perhaps. Should I meet up with you later, or do you want to come over?
So I could perhaps come over. I just need to make sure that Jack is asleep.
Oh, fair enough. Then, by all means, if you want to come back and visit later on this evening, I do have a few more things to bang out. But you go ahead and enjoy yourself, and Clank, take care of her. She's fragile. Understood, Professor. Fragile cargo identified. Picks up full, bridal style.
What?
No, Clank, you don't have to be that protect. Oh, well, you guys can deal with that.
He's strong.
Feel free to relax as I take you to the next destination. Please state your next destination. As the rest of the party catches up.
Skins Inn, whatever you called it, Star.
Yeah. Wolf Stray Inn. Or Stray Wolf Inn. The wolf that strayed away to go to the inn. Okay. And with that, the rest of you can follow Clank as he leads her to the Wolf Stray Inn. Or the Stray Wolf Inn. I'll figure out which one I named it later. At which point we reunite ourselves with Jack and Avra and Juno. What have you guys have been doing in the meantime? I know I've seen a lot of writing, but I can't read while I'm directing.
Just talking about like the sidekick thing, and then like we was talking about Professor Smithersbun, even though Abra don't know her, and she called him a windbag because he sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean you only have one impression, right? And that's Jack's.
Yeah. And then she was saying something along the lines of, Jack, you need a new hat. We should probably go and get you one sometime soon.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. I think they'll be closing shop soon, and I don't know, I still feel pretty tired. Plus, I think my legs fell asleep.
Do you want me to get up?
No, it's not gonna change nothing. Besides, I'm comfortable now with you.
She nods.
I
And
could use it.
she says, Odie is very lucky to have someone like you.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm lucky to have her, and I'm lucky to have met you, and gonna just ruffle her hair a little bit.
What do you think she's gonna think of me? I hope she likes me.
I'm sure she will love you.
It would be a
lot
dick
like her in
move
ways.
it would be a dick move if I told her to switch to Odie, huh? No. Anyway.
Is it because of this? And she kicks out her fawn feet.
I mean that too. Probably more because you're such a chaotic ball of energy, and you like to fight, and you're strong. You're small and you're strong, which is what you and her have in common.
I pack a punch, that's for sure.
Yeah, you do. I can't beat you in terms of strength. Probably why.
We'll see how this plays out. She'll playfully punch him in the chest.
And about this time, everybody kind of like return. I just wanted to get a good gist of what you guys have been talking about.
Just regular talk.
Yep.
And everyone will just hear Jack be going, "Oh, my ribs! You broke my ribs! Why?"
Just give me a deception check because Paulina might come running over.
Oh, no.
Oh god. Okay, yeah, that's a 6.
Yeah, you see a wadded up rag that's kind of like heavy, and it just kind of like slops on top of his face. And she goes, "Tough it up, Buttercup. I ain't got time to hear you nagging."
She giggles.
Yeah, but he was mocking fakery there. You could hear it in his voice, and so did she.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna grab the water rag. Not good. Nice to see that you care so much.
All of a sudden, you see Clank, bridal style, carrying Vola in.
I
What
Destination.
the world is that?
Destination reached. Welcome.
I can walk.
He does set you
didn't-
down.
Oh. I am not.
Fragile cargo secured.
I'm. I don't think I've been called fragile before. I don't know how to feel about that.
Do you hear that, Jack? She's fragile.
Yeah, well,
Local data
Sure.
scenes analyzed. Information
I'm not.
complete. Asshole Cowboy has been located.
oh god damn it. Alright, so that's Clank. The robot I helped repair a little, or at least temporarily fix so we could get to this place. I guess some other Smon repaired him up. If he's coming from their place.
What does this
Item.
mean, Jack?
Item acquisition has been acquired. Asshole Cowboy, I have present for you.
Wonderful.
Yeah, he opens
Do you
up
make
his
it-
cavity once more.
Do you
Pulls out what
want me
looks
to
like a
get up
small.
now?
Yeah, your ass is kind of killing my legs. Get up.
Here goes. She gets
This
up.
is too thick.
Ah,
You're destroying this blood.
Real quick though, can you tell me what you're using for artificer tools at the moment?
What do you mean? Like just the
Or what's the name of the tool that I'm looking for like if I was to
T-
give you this?
All-purpose
T-
tool?
the ones that have like a plus value to it. I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah, they're all-purpose tool.
All purpose. Yeah. So which one do you have, or do you have it?
I have a all-purpose tool +1.
Do you now? All right, cool. Thanks.
Yep.
So Clank pulls out this shiny screwdriver, and it's basically an all-purpose tool +2.
Oh, this is
Professor Smithersmon would like to remind you the good nature of building and creating. Please continue to do good work in the near future.
yeah. I'll keep that in mind.
I have been told to emphasize good work.
Yeah.
End of
5
detailed
years in the
explanation.
future.
We are good.
She's gonna go behind Jack and she's gonna gently massage his shoulder.
Okay.
Clank kind of like takes a squat.
Thank you, Evra. That does feel nice, and it'll be nice to feel the legs in however long it takes. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're comfortable, but I mean, yeah, my legs fell asleep.
I asked if you wanted me to get up, but you didn't.
Oh, I was comfortable. You looked comfortable, and I didn't want you to make a move.
Fall. You can kind of like feel that hand squeeze on you again as you take a seat over here. I was just curious. Is there like a favorite flower you have, like a smell, a scent?
We walked over to the thruple.
I mean, like, Jack and Avra, Vol can't hide this, because she calmed down. But the big thing you might notice is, like, she has, like, the redness around her eyes.
I want an insight.
You can. I just want an answer to Shella's question first.
Yeah, I do. It's what my mom loved. Juno gave me one of it. Fuck, I forgot how to pronounce. How to pronounce it. Let's see. It's a purple flower. God damn it. What do I call it? It has an H. Help me, Mega. You know flowers.
Hellbell?
No!
Wait, sorry, describe the flower again?
It's a purple flower and it starts with an H.
Purple flower beginning with
Hyacinth? Hyacinth is what Lost is saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh! Damn. Lost.
Yeah,
You were on fire.
Yeah, Lost got your back. Hyacinth.
Thank you, Lost.
So, you tell that to Shella, right?
Yeah, I do.
And then she goes, I don't know what that smells like. And then all of a sudden she uses the way of the wind to create an essence of smells that smells like roses instead, because she's like, she doesn't know what that is. So you can smell like a soft essence of rose petals kind of like breathing through the air, and you guys can all kind of like smell it. It's kind of like a prestidigitation being created out of the step of the wind that she's using.
I call this breaking wind.
I call it scattering roses.
Oh, but like, okay, Jack, I'm gonna be a dick to you and say that you're too busy with Avra because you are.
Yeah.
Avra, she just recently cried.
She's inciting not your red face, but the thruple going on over here.
Thruple. They're being
Yeah.
protective.
Yeah.
You mean you
Like-
did hear Clank call her a fragile package as he entered?
Vol, is something wrong?
Not immediately, but I mean, I got some news that I wasn't expecting.
What
Hi.
news?
My name is Clank. I am here to assist.
Hold on a minute, I gotta investigate this metal man. She calls out to him. Hello.
Mhm. Tilt said, "Hello, my name is Clank. What may I call you?"
I'm Avra.
Avra. Your image has been noted. How may I be of service, Avra?
Are you taking pictures without my consent?
No, I am just collecting data on those that I know so I do not forget who they are. Just as you would do so of me.
Okay, smarty.
Hmm?
She's gonna turn around and she's gonna wave her butt at him. And she's gonna be like, "What am I?" If you're
Your
so
anatomy
smart.
suggests that you are not of this plane. Your race is unidentified. Do you have information you would like to add to this log?
Add that I'm special.
I have noted that Avra is special.
She is proud of that, and she'll go back to rubbing.
Oh, you say that
shoulder.
now, but
I will be sure to provide an education for this special individual.
exactly right.
She's got an
She's proud of
especially
herself,
lower
guys.
center of gravity.
Who is this? I am informed to tell you that this special person is Avra.
Yep.
yeah. So it may come off to you like a prideful thing. Other people are going to be like, special, huh? But no, that's the fun of it, right? So he documents that down and you walk away. It was a pleasure to serve you.
Serve me? You didn't serve me.
Oh, my apologies. How may I be of service?
Rub Jack's feet.
No, no,
I-
no.
I have been told that contact with the asshole cowboy is to be avoided at all costs.
Oh, thank God. All right.
Why is that? He's not an asshole.
I mean,
I-
I am.
He has been designated as the asshole cowboy as per a picture that has been illustrated everywhere within the city a month ago. Or half a month ago. However long it was.
She kind of wrinkles her nose a little bit.
Yeah, you can thank the Tezra for that. I'm gonna take out the wanted poster and like just hold it up to her. See, it's one of these.
That doesn't do you justice, Jack.
Oh, you really think that?
She
Mainly
rips up
because
the
he is-
paper.
Hey,
Ooh.
no!
Ooh, okay. I feel like there needs to be a dexterity check here, right?
Yeah, come on.
A dexterity
Let's go.
check. I'm gonna fail.
Yeah. Well, let's see what you got. Oh,
Huh?
Jack.
Or
Going
not.
strong. Going strong.
That's
She
not
reaches
16,
forward
though.
and you instantly... Oh, you are weakened.
It's because
That
it's a
is right.
16. Yeah.
Yeah. She grabs it, rips it, and it is shredded.
Oh, damn it. All right. Well, I still have 2 more, so that's fine. I guess.
It doesn't do you justice, Jack. You don't need those papers.
Yeah, but it's like a really high bounty on a single person, and yeah, it was because the pirates. I pissed them off somehow, but hey, it was kind of
Did
I
you
just want
mean
to
to piss
imagine the
him
whole.
off?
I just want to imagine
What's
the
that?
whole party except for Jack, just like stares at each other when he says, "For some reason."
Yeah.
Yeah, Dorian kind of like dies down and whispers in Avra's ear, "Yeah, some reason indeed. Why don't you see what that reason is?"
Okay, that's one of the many things that I'll ask you later tonight, Jack.
All right. Conversation best in private. If I don't pass out from this, and he's gonna finish his
It's
drink.
okay. I'll wake you up.
Con save. I heard you.
Yeah, that's
Good night.
uh.
What the?
Asshole Jack status has turned into, or asshole cowboy status has changed. He is now incapacitated.
What time is it?
It's getting close to 7 in the evening. Which means
She's
you
gonna
guys
go
will...
up to Paulina.
Yes, dear, what do you need?
A key, please.
Oh, yeah. Nah. Did he finally pass out?
She nods.
Here you go.
Could I have some cold water too?
Of course.
She kind of gives a playful grin.
Oh, wait. What are you got planned?
She's gonna point at Jack and she's gonna be like,
You know, I don't even want to know. I'll let it go. You should get you a glass of cold water. Have fun, dear.
She smiles and trots back over
Mm-hmm.
with the cold bucket of water.
Oh, I didn't know about bucket. I got you a cup.
Well, a cup.
You know, we can make it a bucket if you need it.
Yep. I
Whatever
want
you
to make it with ice cubes too.
I mean, this is the olden days, but I guess we can come up with ice somewhere, right?
Yeah.
She's probably got an ice spell that she uses for ice cubes.
She's going to pour it all over Jack.
Make another con save, Jack. So he doesn't wake up, and on top of that, he starts to catch a cold. You can see his nose turning red, starting to snot dribble on the table.
Hold on a minute.
I mean, you want to slap him away? You can make him make another save. Or you can give him advantage.
Yeah, I think I'll give it advantage.
Well then, and we're getting close to the end, guys, so this will be probably the final scene for us. Jack, you can re-roll that with advantage.
No.
So what is that? 5. Give me.
I say you start coughing and gagging, and you're starting to drown in all this icy water that she's got on you, and you can hear him choking there, Avra. It causes you.
She's gonna get him up and like do the hand like.
Yeah. And then like all the water that you poured on him kind of like dribbles out, and he's. I guess you would be conscious for like a few seconds before you pass back out, Jack. So if you want to say anything to her in that few seconds.
Why am I so...
Yeah. There you go.
Just gonna pick him up and carry him to the room then.
Alright. So as the asshole cowboy gets carried away by the long deer, and as the scene kind of like finishes itself out, is there anything we want to end on in particular before we head? Like, Vols, or any final remarks we want to say before we head out with your scenario?
Ugh. I don't know why, but seeing Jack being Jack just sometimes makes me feel bitter. Although, that does bring me a question, Shayla. You were about to ask me something, right?
Stares at Arthur. I don't think it's important right now.
No, I feel like a lot of things. Are you sure?
I feel like we should have this conversation when you feel better.
He's just gonna roll his hands like just go ahead.
Okay.
What do you have in mind?
Vo,
Yeah?
do you like someone? Like, I'm not talking like. I'm talking like. And then she stares purposely at Arthur as Like, I don't know. Like.
She kind of like scratches her forehead and just kind of like rubs it and go like, I'm not gonna lie, Shella, I don't know what that's like.
Oh, let me rephrase it. So, like is where you just like them, right? Like, I like you. I like Avra. I
Uh-huh.
sometimes like Jack. He could be fun. But when you like someone, you want to hold their hand. You want to be close to them. You want to prod them. Speaking of which, I forgot to go visit Bride! And she screams at herself and goes back to the manor.
I'm guessing I don't need to answer that question now.
However, Arthur, the question did get shot.
Hold on, I can't leave her behind. Arthur, I presume that you can look after Vol as he just quickly gets up from his chair and
Yes,
follows
I
her
can.
out.
Oh my goodness, it's super convenient, wasn't it?
But he is going to actually turn his attention. Well, maybe you could still answer the question.
Oh. Okay, like, I was gonna give Shella the dumb answer of, like, that, I don't know, probably... Damn, I can't really think of anything right now because it's legit, like, not something I thought about. Probably if I had to pick... I don't know. I know myself well enough to know, though, that if I actually might like someone, I probably would, I don't know, be more touchy. But I'm not usually touchy with people.
He's just gonna smile and nod.
Yeah, you caught the hint, didn't you?
And with that, we zoom out with the soft smile that Arthur has, Vol being consoled somewhat. Shella racing to the manor with Christopher rushing behind to say wait, and Clank just innocently sitting down waiting for a command. As Juno enjoys his greens, and Dorian prepares his grand plan to turn Christopher against everyone in the world so that he can return to hell one day. Join us next week at 7 p.m. Central for more of the same. We are also going to have a stream on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. We are going to be doing the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and I think we're finally going to get to the Feywild. Join us on Fridays for our open role play. We are getting into the final portions of this game. It might be hard to make a character, but you're more than welcome to join us. !help in Twitch chat will give you the information that you need to do so. It has a link to the game, has a link to our Discord, has a link to a video that I made that states all the rules, because we have a lot of people. We do have to play some rules. And as you create your character, you can come in early at 4:30 and start creating. We start the game at 6 p.m. Central. We are currently recruiting on the thing, and also after the holidays settle down and after this Thursday, which we are setting up a meeting, we're going to be doing some world building Thursday to create our very own Strixhaven like school, though we're probably not going to do everything like Strixhaven, but we're going to definitely steal some ideals since I have the book finally. So look forward to the new season not being about the ethereal bleed, but instead a school of teaching adventurers how to be adventurers, how to survive the wilds, how to survive not to be Jack. I mean, what? At any rate, also join us on our sister channel where I do a lot of video gameplays. I've been recently doing a lot of Pokemon stuff. Thank you, Stony, for the biddies. I want to go ahead and, like if you want to catch us live Saturday, we have a spirit lock. It's similar to a friend lock, but since I don't have enough friends, we call it a spirit lock where I have 6 of my friends from here play as the spirits of the Pokemons that is captured. And they get to pick the stats, like they get to pick the skills, they get to pick everything that the character's about, they get to pick when they evolve, stuff like that. And I go around as a trainer who is trapped in the Pokemon plane known as Raspin, a phantom rogue. So we kind of make it very D&D like as they take over the Pokemon and I try to fight my way to victory. We have to recover from a heavy loss 2 weeks ago because we had a charity event. So that's over at We Rise as One. So if you want to follow that, that'll give you the information when we go live and you can join in on any of our gameplays. I'm doing a solo lock outside of our spirit lock so I can kind of like make myself know what's going to happen so that we don't die terribly because they don't know what they're doing. Anyway, what else is there? Charities are over. Oh, I need people to subscribe. Well, okay, I just noticed we're at 60 now, which means 40 more subscribers before December 27th. We will have a drinking stream on New Year's Eve. So if you want to bring in the new year with me and you want to play D&D, we will make that Friday a drinking stream. I will be a lot slower this time, though. I definitely want to be more aware. But yeah, that may be the school starting, or it may be the finale, or it might just be another week before we get to the finale. I don't know how things are going to go, because Friday can always seem to trigger the events way earlier than I planned, but we might pace ourselves. I do not know. We'll figure it out as we go. End of announcements. I think that's it. Yeah, say goodnight to Twitch and Facebook, guys.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.
Quick. Christopher? Quick. Wow, did we lose a Mega? Okay. Well, with that, my friends, do you hear the calling? Yeah, I know, I was a little long-winded. I would have walked away too. Exclamation mark raid. Get that raid Shadow Legends done. We only need 2 more people to get through. Can you help me? I'd appreciate it. And we're going to go raid someone. Stay tuned. I'll give you some more channel points for that. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back Wednesday with Jasper and the gang.